Welcome to the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Happy New Year here with the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Glad that you could be here with us. It is the dynamic duo here that's been here the past few months or so that's with you here tonight. I am Rough Cut Rick Ruby, and of course, to the screens right is my man, God, there's so many lingo terms I could put for my partner, but hey, I'm not going to run through them all. But it's the Gem City Mouth Zmiz, or I just say Z because I always call Z because I can't pronounce worth of shit. But hey, what's going on, bud?
It's okay. Doing good, buddy. Doing good.
Yeah. Well, I still, it's that one part of phonics I just can't master. Pronouncing what other people want, how you want it to pronounce. So
it's difficult, man.
Sounds like no. Put pictures up there and I try to see how I can master it.
I should have it hyphened because it should be Zmiz, not
Zmiz. That's right. That's what I'm saying. But it's kind of, I guess, when you're trying to tag yourself and put it in your Facebook name, they're like, "Is that really? Do you have a hyphen in your name?" I'm like, shut up. Go put somebody in jail or somebody.
Alan and Corey, how you doing this evening, boys?
Oh yeah, here we go. We've already got Alan on here. Yeah, and Corey's on here. Man, we're gonna have a good. We're definitely have a good rap session here today. So basically, our kind of run out here tonight. Things are just kicking off here in the new year. Basically, a lot of things happened here in the major brands. We're still hearing around the local scene where guys are still trying to get their things together, but we'll touch on that here mainly. But oh my goodness, so let's kind of talk about bringing in the new year 2022. It don't really feel, it doesn't feel as bad because it doesn't feel much has changed. Apparently, there have been some changes after the new year, which we will get into. But so how was your New Year's Eve? What did you end up doing?
So I ended up playing video games with a buddy of mine. And we did. So I play a lot of Ark Survival Evolved on the PS4, and my buddy and I basically just goofed around on there. We drank and had a good time, chit chatted, and they had a midnight extravaganza event where they blew up fireworks in the sky on Ark, and they gave out a bunch of gifts, and it was actually pretty fucking cool. So that's what I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I see you on there at times. I've been trying to make some time to take time away to do something that I like to do, in the past. And trust me, when it was like about 10 or 15, over 10 years ago, I did a lot of gaming. But then, of course, I didn't really have much going on. And I was still kind of in a rut with my wrestling career. So, but needless to say, I'm starting to pick on that here a little bit. So I'll answer Corey's question right offhand. GQ, of course, has gone back. GQ is actually a really busy man. He's got multiple commitments now that he can't do much for the podcast, but he is going to try to pop in every now and then as we do our shows. And but me, I can't really. Honestly, we didn't go out. We didn't really go out at all. For me, it was just me and the family. Oh, you know what? I lied. I totally forgot. This is what happens when you have so much going on and you're middle aged that you forget what you did like a few days ago. So I'm going through that right now. So pardon me. But no, I went over to my mother's house with some friends and we actually had a great game night. Actually, almost made it to midnight, but my mom was getting tired, so we went home, and then we went and with the stroke of midnight, we were at underneath our roof, and of course our neighbors put on a fireworks show that scared all of my dogs and all the neighborhood's dogs and running for cover. And so the anxiety of
We were gonna we were gonna do stuff with our kids, but the kids were getting hellions and they weren't gonna make it, and so they went to bed. Like my oldest one stayed up, I think, and he ended up watching TV and playing video games himself.
yeah.
I kissed the wife at midnight. That was about it.
Right. Yeah, that's about what I did too. And we didn't really do much. I was traveling. I was at my mom's, and obviously I didn't drink much, so I was being good. So I was being good this year for New Year's Eve, being responsible. So I knew when to say when, at least that night. So, but yeah. But as far as everybody overplays New Year's resolutions. I don't know if you've got, I don't know necessarily resolutions per se, but do you have anything that you maybe, let's just say goals. Let's say goals.
Because I honestly stopped doing New Year's resolutions like, I don't know, 4 years ago. Like the whole I'm going to get skinny or I'm going to do this. No, screw all that. My goal now is just by year to grow as a person and to develop myself a little bit more and just to be a better Zmiz. That's it. That's all I care about being, is just better to people. And, I have my own battles. Everybody else has their own battles, and there's no reason for me to judge anyone. And that's just how I feel about it. I just try to be a better person.
There you go. Yeah, it is possible at times, Hope, but, and me being good, is that possible? It's, let's just say the sun has shined on the dog's butt every now and then. So
develop this dick.
I don't know who that is. Thanks a lot. I'm not putting that up there.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's real funny. Here we go. You can talk about the mercenaries. Do it now. So I guess he's talking to you, Z.
Yeah, that's all right. What? Oh, is it? It might be Sid. That might be Sid.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Jake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna tell you right now. It's gonna be Sid. It has to be Sid.
He's remotely closer to you than he is me.
It's gonna have to be Sid. That's my boy.
So look at Juice on it. That's really Sid.
that's another one of my dudes. But yeah, I like the mercenaries. Some guys are good guys, man.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're a good tag, and I'm sure they got some big plans for 2022. Like I said, I really pretty much. Well, holy crap! Never mind. I was trying to read something, but no, I just I don't know. I kind of stopped on myself because I kept failing, to be honest. And we're all gonna try. We're all gonna fail again. But hey, just because you drop or you fail a New Year's resolution, even if it's within the first month, don't think that there's not a chance that you can get up and try again. Some people do feel that way. Don't worry about it. It's just a label. Technically, a New Year's resolution is the goal that you've tried to meet before, but that you couldn't. So there you go. So hopefully in the future, Sid. Okay, there you go. Yeah,
you bring in Zmiz, bring in my boys, and we call it a day. That's what I'm saying right there. Oops.
Wait, here we go.
I don't know who this Zek is. But no, you spelled my name wrong anyway.
Yeah, I know. Hey, if I can't pronounce it, other people can't spell, okay? It's going to happen.
Man, look at all this love. Hey, Dougie.
Yeah, look at that, man. Z's the man. There you go. So, I don't know. The only thing I'm going to focus on is health and making sure everybody around me in my home stays healthy and happy. And it's a big goal. And it's a big long-term goal for 2022. And it's something you should really strive for every day. So if you got a family, you got to think, you want to make sure that everything's good underneath your roof.
Damn straight.
That's about the best you can do. And so, yeah. Now, I will say though, I had to inquire since we had one of our good we had a good guest on a month ago, Slammer, and had to go out and check out the sour heads on the Bang. Man, he's not lying. It's probably the best flavor they got out there.
Oh, you're talking about what Slammer said?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You remember the shoes he put up to the cameras? Like,
yes,
dude.
yes. He's a bang guy.
But dude, I mean, seriously, I would never eat. And it's kind of weird because I would never eat sour candy. Like the sour, like the sour patches or whatever they are, or anything like that. But you put that in an energy drink, it's not really that bitter to me, and it is good for some reason. So
we can see your name now, Sid. So you're good, buddy. You're good.
Yes, and obviously yes, because that comment has got your name tied to it. So yes, thanks.
Don't listen to Juice. We can see your name tied to it now. Like Juice knows nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Those guys are good dudes. Those good dudes.
Look, man, you got more love coming this week, man. What did you
I don't know, man.
Or something that people are gonna get like a free Big Mac or something, or
free Big Mac? That's disgusting. I'd at least get them like a Wendy's meal or something. Like
I like
Baconator.
Liar pants for hire.
Oh, good dudes.
Oh my gosh. But hey, so let's go ahead and we're gonna talk about the show a little bit, which we are still doing shows obviously on Thursday night, but there's been something in the works that's gonna probably maybe put a wrench in my schedule a little bit, but I'm still trying to work that out, but we're gonna find out. Here probably in the coming week or two, what's going to happen. But what I want to do is this. Let's go and talk about our upcoming shows, which we don't have a feature guest this week, but we got a lot to talk about, and we want your comments and your interactions here. Make sure you're going over and liking our subscribing to our YouTube channel. Make sure you get others to like the page here, man. Hey, you know what? If we reach 500 likes on the Facebook page, or if we reach 100 subscribers at some point this year, I'm going to find a way to give out a Wrestling at the Chase book, or maybe I'll give out another prize. So let's just keep that coming. All right. That's all
I say everybody stop right now. Go over to the YouTube page and subscribe and send it out to 10 of your friends. Just do that. 5 of your friends even. Just do that. Help us out. Help us grow this so we can grow whatever else we want to do, guys. We there's so much we can potentially do with this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that we could do, man. 2022 can be a better year, no matter what the whole virus thing is going to try to slow us down. But we're gonna still fight for it. But hey,
I'm not helping you grow your dick, Sid.
God, what is it about the D? What is it about the D?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you a little secret here. So it's no lie that Zmiz and Sid go way back. That is one of my best friends. I love the guy to death, and him and I send very inappropriate Snapchats to each other at times of us taking shits and stuff. It's just like that is one of my best friends. Like I love that guy to death. He's a good dude.
Yeah. No, we see you there, AWOL, and hey, you should kind of include your other friends' names on there too. It's not just the he's Aaron Wallace has got a whole puppet brigade now, so and Shaft is in the house. Watch it.
Always gotta love Shaft.
There you go. Yep. And from what I hear, Vader is still trying to get well through COVID. So he's still kind of battling. They did not have another show this week, so definitely well wishes out to Vader to make sure he's keeping well and getting better. Also, we wish everybody affection in the Midwest. There you go.
I almost wore my "Shut Up, Stupid" shirt today, but instead I'm wearing this because I didn't get a chance to go up and change.
Hey, So we're naming factions here today. So we're
I
got a
guess we are.
devastation. Yeah, and then
There's
we
a
got
Brute Crew one.
they're the Root Crew. What the heck is this? Juice and syrup? Juicy and syrup? everybody's down, man.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. See, look, we got friends. Just incorporate them. All right, you got test.
Okay, back to upcoming shows.
Yeah, let's talk about upcoming shows because we're talking about D, and I don't want to be all about the D, man, because that's not about me. It's not about us. We could be D's, but we're not about it. So how about this? This is actually our next week, guys. This is going to be a feature. Both of these gentlemen are scheduled to join us in here in the studio. This is a double promoter feature show that we're going to have. So we're having Herb Simmons from SICW, and we're having from American Championship Wrestling, we're having the Searcher. And they will both be with us next week as we hear rumor that Mr. GQ will also be in the house as well. It's going to be a full packed house next week. I mean, full. So tell your friends. Tell your friends and everything else, because these are two promoters that are in the area, and maybe they got some great insight of what's going on here for 2022. And also, I'm sure they're gonna have insights about the business. So make sure that you tune in to that. But let's talk about upcoming wrestling shows for January. What we got so far. So here we go. This coming Saturday night, January 8th, New Year's Evolution for MMWA down at the South Broadway Athletic Club. All tickets are $10. I think bell time is at 7 o'clock. If I'm trying to look on here, it doesn't say. Says their address.
Like Jesus, dude.
But they got they also want to make sure there's full bar and concessions along with $2 drafts. So all tickets are $10. Usually the bell times that's at 7 o'clock. If Shaft, if you are still watching, kind of let us know and post in the chat if you can. It's bell times that's 7. Usually doors open at 6, I believe. But from what I hear, it's an 8-man tag team match, maybe elimination match as the main event. That will feature all of the Reckoning versus PT Beckham and 3 of his partners of his choosing, from what I hear.
Doors open at 6. Look at that right there.
Yeah, doors open at 6. Bell times at 7. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Awesome. Thank you very much for the info, Shaft. And Saturday, January 15th, America's Championship Wrestling will be in DeSoto, Missouri at the KC Hall. All tickets are only $5. Doors open at 5. Bell times at 6. And come and see the KGB defend the tag team titles against the Lumberjacks, and Playboy Double H will defend the heavyweight title against Guy Smith, and Miss Hyde has a good formidable opponent for a long time in BB Ryan for the women's title. So you got 3 good, fantastic, solid championship matches for the January 15th. Now here's an update that we have, and for those who have not seen, we have promoted last week about SICW coming back to East Carondelet on Saturday, January 15th. Unfortunately, that event is postponed because due to the local outbreak in the area with COVID cases. It's been taken. Our SICW management has taken under advisement of the state of Illinois to kind of hold off on gatherings. And so January 15th and the TV taping on the 16th have been postponed, so they will not happen. This card will apparently be pushed to their February show, which is February 12th.
Sorry, I'm just backing up, Chris. Keep talking.
There you go. There you
go. Ooh. Continue.
Yeah. Okay. And here we go. Saturday, January 22nd, IEW presents Awakening at Bogarts in Jacksonville, Illinois. And that will be doors open at 5, bell times at 6. If you get your tickets in advance, it's $10. Adults And for adults, $12 at the door. All kids are $5. If you're 5 and under, kids get in free. Big matches that will happen that night is the return of Yoder, the Amish Warrior, against a big-time Brent Dunn. Looks like Playboy Double H and Bradley Stevens are going to be, and who else is in PYT? But apparently there's going to be a 3-on-2 match versus Chaos and Riot. And
it's Doug, Bradley Steven, and Playboy.
Doug, Bradley.
I'm going to assume.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay.
I haven't been there, but I plan on trying to make this show. So Zmiz hopefully will be back in his booth with the great Guido.
Okay. Yeah, so that is so that will be on Saturday, January 21st, Jacksonville, Illinois. Yeah, IEW coming there. Oh yeah, 21st. Okay, so January 21st, Dynamo.
Hey Sid, tell the Dynamo people to make sure we get posters, and we'll share their information, my dude. So help us out, but we want to be able to feature you guys too down there.
That's right. Falls Count, either have them contact Falls Count everywhere, or contact We Talk Wrestling. Also, I know Mr. Luke Roberts works well with works very close to the Dynamo, and he could send me some stuff too. Just saying. But let's see. What else what else did I have in here?
Sid just sent me a photo. I'm using my phone, guys. Like, you keep messaging me, direct messages, and I can't do anything because then I lose the feed here.
We can't do anything. Yeah, we had. Unfortunately, we got to do everything preloaded. We got to prepare our material when we.
It'd be better if I need to set up my tablet so that my wife and I can use it to where I have an account kind of thing, and we're not interfering with each other.
Yeah. Hey, also, I wanted to, since I know, I'm going to put this back up here, since I know you're a huge fan, I want to let you know one of your buddies is going to be back around the St. Louis metropolitan area on Friday, February 18th. It's not a particular show. Here you go. For those who are interested, in St. Peters, Missouri, at the Diamond Music Hall, there's a meet and greet tour. Nobody doesn't like C, apparently. You wash your hands. You don't have a towel. There you go. Just do the Jeff Hardy arm plate. You can dry your hands.
Funny story is about Jeff Hardy real quick, and it goes into like every wrestler. I have a buddy that I used to watch pay-per-views with named George Johnson, and him and my wife would make fun of wrestlers for how they come out sometimes. And he always asked if like Batista and Jeff Hardy, like when they do their taunts when they walk out, you know how like Batista goes like that, right?
Yeah.
They always asked if that's how they finished in bed.
I gotta mental. I'm very sharp with mental images. I gotta get that out. I just gotta stop.
So thanks to my wife, Amy Burton, and George Johnson for ruining so many wrestlers for me.
Oh my gosh.
God, Playboy would whop the mat with Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, I agree.
Walk him dry.
Oh no.
You know how many people have tagged me in this one? And he's going to be in Rockford, too, I guess, in the next coming weeks. But so many people keep tagging. I don't want to meet Jeff Hardy. Like, there's no ounce of my will to meet Jeff Hardy. And if I did meet Jeff Hardy, it would literally be able to look him in the face and be like, you suck, and I'm leaving. Like, I would legitimately tell this man, you're not that good. I've never wrestled in my life, but I have no fear in my body about saying that to that man. We know you because you fall off shit. That's all the reason we know you.
Oh my god! Wow.
It's like saying Sabu's good. Sabu's not good either. But I love Sabu because I love Sabu for his hardcore wrestling. But it doesn't make him good. Ooh.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
He's a Grand Slam champion because he's friends with fucking Vince McMahon and Triple H. Triple H carried and protected him for so many years. And you can go back and like literally there's stories about this on the internet where Triple H and him were friends. Just like how Sheamus got his first world title reign, because they're friends. But Sheamus is literally a better wrestler than Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
More believable.
Yeah.
People are gonna hate me just because I fucking hate Jeff Hardy, and it's okay with me. I don't care. You can still like him. I'm just gonna make fun of you for liking him. It's like people making fun of me for being a Miz mark.
Oh yeah, well, we're gonna.
I mean, it's not so much anymore. People are like, "Oh, Miz is actually good." No shit, he's been good.
Yeah. It took a lot of years though, but trust me, he's got it all.
Oh, he was garbage when he first came.
Yeah, he was.
It didn't stop me from liking him, but still.
Yeah, Miz had a lot of struggles in the ring whenever he first got into the business, but it took a lot of work. He put in the work, and it's pays off. I mean, shit, his mic skills weren't even that good, and he picked up a hot woman that he ended up marrying, and he's got kids with her, so he must have had something going on. So hey,
MJF is not better than the Miz.
No.
All MJF is, if Miz could cut the promos like MJF because he had no leash tied to him, it'd be a different story. Like, there's still a protocol on Vince McMahon's side of WWE with their promos, even for guys that are supposedly not scripted. Okay, so they're still getting bullet points. They're still getting told that they have to stay within a PG world, or they can say one F-bomb, or not F-bomb because they can't say the F-bomb, or one bitch word or something like that. They have a protocol and a stage program on how they do it. AEW, Impact, and wrestling companies like this, they are not being told what to say in retrospect, in my opinion. Once again, that's my opinion because I don't know. I'm not backstage. But you can clearly see there's a difference in styles of promo. Now, if you let The Miz go from WWE... That's like feedback, bro. What are you doing?
Apparently, I got a bad wire.
If you let The Miz go from WWE to AEW and cut a promo, I guarantee you it's a promo on the same level as MJF or better.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me, go look at the passion that he showed in the promo on Talking Smack with Bryan Danielson and tell me that's not a good promo. Like, you're wrong. It's a good promo. It was from the heart. It was a good PG promo.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, you got to know how to cut promos. That's all. If it's that hard, it's that hard. Well, some people can't do it, But unlike with MJ, half the time the only way he converses with the fans is, the other night, he just walked down halfway down the ramp. He just gave everybody the bird as he walked down. Anybody can do that. I mean,
well, the one thing too about MJF and what's really nice, and I know like Doug said this on We Talk Wrestling multiple times, and him and I have talked about it, is and you've said it, I think, MJF still really holds on to that K word. And inside and outside of that ring, he is who he is. And that's what makes him another piece of the puzzle into the wrestling world.
Yeah. But like I said, anybody can give a bird. But anyway, we're going to kind of...
Oh, yeah, at that point, too.
Yeah. So let's we're gonna move on to our next portion here. So we're gonna actually review starting on what kicked off the year, which WWE did that. Of course, I kind of I took the choice of watching either this day one pay-per-view or watching the Blues Winter Classic. You want to take a wild guess what I did? I didn't watch the WWE pay-per-view, but I did review it though. But we're going to talk about. I
watched it.
So yeah, so let's talk about day one. So basically, COVID changed everything, especially when it came for Roman Reigns. And if you all remember, with Roman Reigns, he is a man who's continuing to fight leukemia. He's got it suppressed again. It's in remission, but it just because it's in remission doesn't mean it's totally gone. So you got another health factor that's in a concern. So he has to kind of watch himself. So it was set for Lesnar and Reigns to face each other. But then Roman tweeted a couple days prior, he can't make it due to having COVID and he got protocols. So everything seems like the wheels are turning and they have to make changes. So, but what about, I think the first match that kicked off, and I don't know if it was in a free-for-all, like in the pre-show. I think it was
on pre-show because I didn't see it, but I went back and read about it. And
Yeah, Shaman's and
I
Holland.
want to go back and watch it because supposedly it's a beat match with those. I mean, those four guys are.
Yeah, let's just say it got it got a little bit rough to the point where Ricochet came flying at a knee with Holland.
Yeah,
His knee cracked him right in the bridge of the nose, and I think
broke it.
yeah, his nose is
Broke
busted.
it. Yeah, he
Yeah,
left the ring all bloody and stuff. I don't know who won or anything, but
um,
supposedly it was a decent match for what it was. And then, I mean, Cesaro and Sheamus, they're two of my favorites. So, and I love
yeah,
Ricochet. I still say Prince Puma's a better character. And then
yeah,
Holland's a great new and upcomer. So I like what they're doing with him and Sheamus, and I kind of want to see this go on.
yeah. So Sheamus actually, I think he broke kicked Ricochet and got the victory on that.
Nice.
Of course, we saw the Usos and New Day part 412.
Yeah.
You know,
It doesn't. Okay, so you make fun like that. I don't care. That's one match that I keep like. WWE is so good about making the same match over and over again. This match does never get old. It just doesn't get old.
yeah.
Those four men work so well together. It's a beautiful thing. Now, with that being said, change it up, WWE.
Yeah. Well, they're going to have to try. I mean, they're letting go. We're going to get into that here in a little bit, but it's not necessarily the main roster. But yeah, they're going to have to make some. They want to shake things up in 2022. They're going to have to literally do it by putting everybody in a freaking boggle jar or whatever, and just shake them up and then let it spit out. Do like a random lottery of like people in a storyline and see how that goes. You may end up get some intergender ones.
I'd be okay at this point.
Yeah, so Usos retained the SmackDown Tag Titles. Drew McIntyre, Madcap Moss. If any match I wanted to watch, I kind of wanted to watch this one because I can't stand Moss's. I can't stand that happy, Joker smiling, jumping around.
Him Corbin are so fucking irritating.
Oh my god!
But both the guys are talented.
They are. But they've got the goofiest ass gimmicks right now, dude.
Let them go.
I cannot bear to watch it. It's like I can't watch this. So
Mad Cat's fucking dumb jokes, man, are pretty good. But it was a good way to write Drew off with his neck injuries right now. He's having neck problems. So
yeah. So I mean, Drew, I believe won, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah, I thought he did. Then of course we know about RK Bro and the Street Profits.
That was a fun.
Yeah, that apparently that got some decent.
That was a really fun match, actually.
That got a few thumbs up, but RK Bro retained over them. And then we got the Rated R Superstar taking on your favorite superstar of all time.
Was a blast match. I enjoyed this so much. And then seeing Beth come out at the end was spectacular, and she looked like a bombshell. Like,
yeah,
I love Beth and Edge. So,
dude, I just can't get over that new do of hers. It's like, is she like doing like a Bull Nakano tribute or what? I mean, what the hell is that?
I don't know, but it's cool. It works with her Glamazon. It works with Edge's like rough cut lumberjack look. So I'm down with it. But I've been a Glamazon fan from like day one. I loved everything Beth Phoenix did back when she was first run with WWE. So I'm happy to see her back in the ring as one of my favorite female wrestlers. I mean, there's only two women above her, in my opinion, in female wrestling. When it comes to my top list, I mean, my current one is Rhea, so don't be saying I'm pushing her out of the way.
Oh yeah. So, but speaking of women wrestlers, we had the Raw Women's Title match with Becky Lynch.
I'm pissed they didn't give the Liv Morgan.
I'm kind of too, but I mean, Liv Morgan is probably one of the most tame, probably the team female competitors that they have right now. At least I can watch and not get bored with. That's not really saying a lot because, my God, some of these gimmicks that they get on, I don't know if they're just trying to go to the more annoying gimmicks or whatever the case may be, but Becky won. Liv just barely she came up, she almost got there, but then I came up short at the end. And then
I was hoping it.
Yeah. I know.
Continue. Sorry.
And then we get, and I'm sure there was probably hype made throughout the entire event. But
I should have gave you my meme that I made for my Lord and Savior Brock Lesnar.
Who did?
No, I didn't give it to you. I should have sent it to you because of this.
Oh
so
yeah,
put on the thing. Right. Our Lord and Savior Brock Lesnar.
Oh yes, Brock Lesnar. Now it was a fatal 5-way match because he needed to get in the mix. He was promised a title shot, and
our main event that only lasted 10 minutes.
Yeah. 5 guys, 10 minutes. Okay, we're running short, guys. Get out there and get your main things in, and then but yeah, Brock goes over.
Oh my god!
And I don't know. It kind of sucks for Big E though, and
I feel bad for Big E, but I mean, it's not going to be a bad thing if he can switch it up, change his character a little bit. And I'm not. Everybody else is trying to get him to go. Like if Fantasy World, Sidearm Bookings, Zmiz, here I am clocking in. Let's turn Big E heel and bring back the 5 count. Him with the 5 count was amazing in NXT.
Yeah,
so much good stuff.
Yeah.
But if they would just make him a little bit more serious, like I actually like Goofy Big E, so I'm cool with Goofy Big E and all that stuff. And there's a place for it.
Right.
But he needs to be a little bit more serious. But all in all, that match, like Doug said, was a hard-hitting 10 minutes, man. Bobby Lashley spearing Brock Lesnar through the barricade, like, come on, dude. I can't wait for their match at the Rumble.
Yeah, that's been announced here too recently. So, but overall, I mean, I didn't really watch pay-per-view, but I mean, a lot of it was just on average grade. So
I would agree. It gets a strong B- for me.
I would not C+, but that's
C+. Okay, we can go C+ or 3-star pay-per-view as a whole. If you want to do it at 5 stars.
Yeah. And Kevin Owens can put on a good frog splash for a guy on his build.
Kevin Owens is a fucking talented man. I can't stand that people hate Kevin Owens. Like, I don't get it. Like,
there's nothing wrong with the guy at all.
The guy is a just severe talented man, inside, outside, when it comes to his mic work, when it comes to his in-ring work. The dude can put on a show.
Yeah, he most certainly can. But like I said, I kind of wish I had a chance to actually watch that match more thorough. But
highly recommended to go back. Like if you're gonna go back to anything on that pay-per-view, the main event is worth going back and seeing.
Yeah, like I said, I could probably go match by match on that. You used to do that on the network, but I think
you can't.
You can't do that now with Peacock. You have to go scroll like every 15
Peacock
seconds.
Sucks.
Peacock sucker.
Like, talk about Sid's cock jokes. Peacock is a cack.
Yeah. So how about we move right into the Monday Night Raw aftermath, man? Let's see. So they kicked it off with Brock Lesnar with a promo coming out with the new title. But hey, you know what? I really like this new Brock. I really do. As far as like with his I mean, to have more of his like rugged look and giving him more mic time, because it almost seemed like it gave the impression that Brock wasn't really that great on the mic, and that's why Heyman kept talking for him all that time. So when he's coming out there and he's manning the boat, and then Heyman comes out there, and then they ended up by the end of the promo, they ended up back together again. So he's advocate. Now here's the thing though. I mean I still want to watch Paul Heyman though as a character, because he's played out so many things to where things look to where he had nothing to do with anybody that turned on him, and he ended up swinging the door the other way. So I don't want to trust Heyman as far as I want to throw him on this one.
I mean,
but we just kind of want to ride it a little bit with this.
So back to the Brock thing, like
Yeah.
the great thing about this is, what side of the fence were you always on, like back in the day, like in the 2000 when they did the first draft split? Were you blue or were you red, or were you just? Because I'm a blue guy. I'm a SmackDown kid through and through. Staying up late watching SmackDown, like that's where my heart lies. You know, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, all those guys were just killing it over there on SmackDown.
Right.
Back in the day.
We didn't get SmackDown in this area until like about late 2003, 2004 here in the St. Louis area. And I was surprised. I was ticked because the SmackDown was picked up by the UPN network, which of course has been defunct for you. I don't even it's known if it's like if it changed networks and it's something else currently today, or it just dropped completely. But St. Louis did not get I mean, the UPN network is not available in the area, and no other networks will pick it up. So we did not have SmackDown for about at least 4 to 4.5 years. So I was always rooting for the red because I couldn't see anything on the blue.
Oh, man.
If we're talking 2002, 2003, you couldn't see anything. It wasn't the internet where you couldn't have just pulled it, you know?
So back in the day, I was a huge SmackDown kid, staying up late Saturday night to watch SmackDown, right? So 12 a.m. SmackDown gets put on UPNO or whatever it was. And what this Brock Lesnar reminds me of is the Brock Lesnar back when him and Kurt Angle were having the feud, and Kurt Angle, like, they're like feuding, tagging, this kind of stuff, but Kurt Angle and him have like the milk drinking contest thing in the back, like they're slamming them up. Like, this is Brock having fun, and that's what's enjoyable about it, and that's why it's fun to watch, is because you clearly see in the man actually enjoying what he's doing, and he's not just there to collect a paycheck like people think he is.
Yeah. I mean, I really wanted to see the blue brand as much as possible, especially phasing that on the Attitude Era going into the Ruthless Aggression.
So you missed the whole JBL versus Eddie Guerrero feud.
Well, I think they had it on the WB at that point.
Okay.
Just going into 2004, I believe it was on the WB. And
that's one of my favorite feuds in WWE history.
Yeah, and I think, obviously that we had a station here that was the WB network, so we finally got it whenever WB got it from UPN. And but I'll tell you what, I missed all the great promos with The Rock having to deal with Coach and like Kevin Kelly and all that.
Oh my God, that's just gold. Yes.
Yeah, that is gold right there. Oh my God. If I could just go back and just watch all those Rock promos, if you just want to roll laughing, I mean, Rock has probably got some of the greatest promos ever in that company's history.
Agreed.
Because you're not just looking for how you present yourself as a superstar and how you can smack talk and everything else, but he brought a lot of comedic humor, but yet kept a straight face about it. Yeah, true with Eddie.
One of my personal favorites was Eddie Guerrero. So like watching him lie, cheat, and steal, and him and Chavo when they were La Familia.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they were La Familia and they're trying to pilf people's stuff. And
yeah.
Like the one episode where like I think it was a pay-per-view where they in Crime Time meet for the first time. They're having a bidding war over shit. So it was great.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, that was good stuff, man. With SmackDown, but with Lesnar getting the mic though, it's
good stuff.
It's definitely good stuff, and I like hearing him talk about more. But it's kind of, he was known to have his voice.
Did you see the promo on SmackDown where he snapped the cricket phone in half with the?
Oh yeah,
promo cracked me up so mad. He's like, I hate these things.
You can't do that to a smartphone these days.
Oh, it's so funny.
Or at least if it's a Samsung Galaxy or an iPhone, you can't do that to the phone, brother. I challenge them, because those things will shred and splinter so bad in the glass, it'll get in places you didn't know you have places, man. So you got to be careful with those things. But after that promo, though, we moved on to action for Raw. With this surprised me. with I guess with our Randy's kind of doing the whole thing with RK Bro, getting Riddle to listen to him more, and apparently Riddle dropped the ball, and Otis ended up giving him in the Alpha Slam, and the Alpha Academy actually picked up the victory, upsetting them.
I didn't think I would be a fan of the Alpha Academy. Like, I love Chad Gable and I love Otis. So I was a huge fan of Heavy Machinery, and I was a huge fan of American Alpha, right?
Yeah.
So when they started, like, cutting Otis's beard and stuff, and they put them together, I was like, oh, my God, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm really starting to warm up to the Alpha Academy and these two together. But I'm sad they don't let Otis do more. Like, Otis is a great guy when it comes to like his character and being that just lovable goof, and I miss that.
Yeah, I miss that too. But I still say though, I mean, Chad Gable's always been one. I loved American. What was it? It was American Alpha.
It was.
Well, I'm talking about Jason.
Yeah, American
Jordan.
Alpha. When him and Jason Jordan were together, they were phenomenal. Like,
dude, they
phenomenal.
were like,
WWE had at that time had like some of the greatest tag teams of all time for their like at one time. Like,
yeah,
you had American Alpha, you had the Revival, you had Ascension, you had AOP, you had Enzo and Cass. I don't care what people say about like Enzo and Cass together was a great tag team.
They were a great tag team together.
Yes, right. Together. The Vaudevillains. Like, yes, you had a stacked tag team division at your disposal.
And NXT, in all of NXT too. That's when they were lit.
And then if you were to add in New Day and freaking Usos, like, bro, come on.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, Lucha Dragons. Like, there were so many good tag teams.
Oh yeah, dude. There were some awesome tag teams coming through NXT and then making the main stage, and then of course it's like, oh well, we need to shake things up. Let's break these guys up and we'll find something for you. But yet it's not technically a shake-up. It's like we don't want to use it. So, break them off and then we'll find something if we got something. RK Bro, I think eventually at some point.
Yes, they're going to split up.
They're going to. Randy's not going to stick with that for a long time. I see a WrestleMania match coming out of it.
I see Randy winning the Royal Rumble. Here, prediction right now. Randy wins the Royal Rumble and goes on to face whoever at WrestleMania, unless they unify. Unless they go that route and do the unification stuff. But Randy's winning the Rumble. It's in his hometown. It's going to be the largest Royal Rumble. You do the math. It makes sense.
It would, but I'm going to go because they never really get WWE never really goes with a hometown hero anymore. Anyway, to predict a big match like that anymore.
True. Good point.
So I'm not even going Randy. I'm actually going to go with Kevin Owens on that one.
No, you think?
There's something tells me about his sleeper. I mean, because they just renewed his contract. They might have something for him. So you never know what they might have up their sleeve. And
hope. I liked you. Matt Riddle's amazing.
yeah, bro. Well, but the whole thing, I think they got something. And Kevin can carry. Obviously, he's been the Universal Champion. He's had it. Everybody knows he can carry a main title. But I think it's time for him to get the WWE Championship somehow.
I would like to see him truly, like him and Seth Rollins, really go at it once.
Yeah, and apparently I'm hearing sources too that if this whole COVID thing didn't shake up, Seth was probably favorable to win that anyway. So which kind of bothers me that Big E was probably going to lose it anyway. So it's like, why?
So another report said Big E was going to win.
Say who? What now?
There was more dirt sheets where like I almost posted the Seth Rollins stuff, but I posted about the Big E.
Mm-hmm.
That Big E was supposedly going to win it, and then I read that Seth Rollins. I'm like, dude,
I know
half the dirt sheet stuff, and I'll be honest with people right here. Half the dirt sheet stuff I post and we talk wrestling is just to get you guys talking, like to either dislike it, hate on it, do whatever you want. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
I think 95% of the shit I post is a joke.
Some of it can. kayfabe news and what's the other one like?
If I taste
that's
anything from
funny.
kayfabe, it's legit a joke. And like people were getting mad. I posted about Roman. There's a photo of Roman Reigns and his wife in the water, and it says Roman Reigns after he calls in sick. That happened like a year and a half ago, guys. And they're like, old photo. I'm like, it's a joke.
Oh my god! Well, see, that's the thing, and you know what? Things you can always speculate on things, but they don't become fact until they're done, until it's happened. So that's the truth on that. It doesn't become fact until it's happened.
I know nothing. I'm just posting stuff to get people talking, to like see what people think, what's going on in people's minds. Like that's what that forum is for, is to break down the situations. Like
exactly. And I still say, like I said, Chad Gable going back to Alpha Academy. I still like Chad Gable, but every time I see Otis, I'm always flashing back to 1985 where I seen Teen Wolf and I see him in the freaking yellow bag.
Yes.
I see him in that yellow basketball uniform with Beavers, at the free throw line trying to shoot the ball, He's that guy. So
yes, I agree 100%. But Otis is so good. I was so mad they didn't let him. Like, I'm happy that they went with the Miz taking the briefcase from him, but I'm like still kind of sad that it didn't get him like a chance.
Yeah, I know. But moving on from my making fun of Otis yet again. What about this mixed tag match for the 27th?
Dumb. Move on.
I know. Let's just say that Dana Brooke is retaining titles due to mixed tag team matches, and Reggie's getting the pin victory.
It should be Reggie's title. Like, I don't understand how that works. Like, shouldn't she got the pin to keep the title?
I don't know, but some of these women need to stop getting plastic surgery done on their face.
I've never been a Dana Brooke fan, and the fact that she messed her entrance up cracked me up so much. I like Tamina. I wish they'd do more of Tamina.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's meaner than Tamina, dude. Come on.
Yeah, Tamina's been around for a good while. And
yeah, but she's had injury after injury, and I respect that, why they don't try to put faith in her and stuff. But she's really good. She's a really good person when it comes to her character.
Yeah, but
I just hate seeing Akira Tozawa be reduced to what he's being reduced to.
Like, can we just put a petition out there just to burn the 24/7 title and all replicas made of it, please? That is just
whoa. I still do want a replica of that title, mainly because I want, and this is between Sid and I and some of my buddies here. I want. We talked about us having that title around town and walking around and actually doing that kind of stuff in the middle of Walmart and stuff.
Dang.
So I want one. Please let me get one title before we discontinue.
Yeah,
because I think the title looks cool. I actually don't hate the title.
It's bland. It's bland.
It's no longer fun anymore. Like when you had Drake Maverick and R-Truth and them fighting over it, that stuff was gold. That stuff was great. Like it's just it's worn off. It's no longer fun. It's not the hardcore title. It's overstayed its welcome.
Yeah,
plain and simple.
Yeah, I know, and it's only been around maybe a couple of years,
something like that.
That's horrible. I mean, gosh, at least the European title had some disdain to it. It was freaking decided in actually Europe. The title was changed in Europe. The first two times. We had British Bulldog and then Shawn Michaels winning it.
Right.
So I don't know. Bring the hardcore title back, and it was way better. I agree, but are they really into hardcore wrestling though? I mean, if you're going to deal with the PG crowd though, with WWE, the way that they handle things, they're not going to bring the hardcore title back. I mean, trust me. If any promotion is going to do any national publication of hardcore wrestling, It's possibly AEW would do it, but
they already do.
there's really, honestly, guys, I don't think there's really a market for it. There really isn't. If there is, there's a group called CZW that does shows out in people's backyards, and they freaking go through light tubes and boards of barbed wire and everything else.
But that's deathmatch. That's not hardcore.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's I mean, that's I don't know. It's something I do not like death matches.
A hardcore to me is like that mixture, the in between area.
That's right. I should have put CZW then because they're much worse. So hardcore, it's like weapons that are not really meant to maim or severely hurt somebody, but death matches are. At least that's my take on that. So anyway, but let's move on to. You had a segment with you had to bring up Big Time Bex again, who sounds like a wreck on the freaking microphone.
It says it in our notes that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So I mean, Big Time Bex sounds like a wreck on the mic, and it's just Liv Morgan comes out, and then Bianca Belair comes out. Which, by the way, what's up with Bianca's gear, man? Is she like? It looked like she was at a Sasha Banks garage sale. I mean, some of that stuff is god awful.
At least she has talent.
Yeah, she does, but she needs to stop that. Wherever go back. I don't know if did you see that?
I don't like the bejeweled look either. So you're yeah. Too many rhinestones, honey.
Oh my god, I hate it. But they ended up battling and then also, so that we got through that. So the Carmella, no, not Carmella.
Wait,
it was Carmella.
Let's first bring up the fact that next week is Doudrop versus Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair for the number one contenders match.
Right, so that will happen next week.
And Becky wants Doudrop.
Yeah. So I see that happening, but you notice that we're talking with her, who you just mentioned, and we were talking about how WWE had actually filed a trademark for Piper Niven. You see it's coming because you see she's not this whole bubbly, crappy, bouncing down the freaking ring.
No, she's being Piper.
She's being Piper. So it's going to drop. She's going to go back to being Piper Niven, where she was in the Mae Young Classic. She should have stayed that. WWE should have never put that stupid gimmick on her to begin with. Shame on them as always. So let people.
Super talented woman too.
She is super talented. Yeah.
Like, I really hope if they keep doing what they're doing, and I see WWE's using Rec Beck to build a little cluster of women here, and I think that's a great way of doing it. And all three women are very talented, and I think can carry the women's division. And then you have Rhea, and then you have Nikki Ash, that are just sitting in the weights to possibly come back. Like, it's going to be good stuff, I think.
Yeah, which I don't know if Rhea and Nikki are going to be much of a tag team much anymore.
Well, after the match, no, I don't think so either. I agree. But
they couldn't get the job done versus Queen Zelina and Carmella again. So
why did Carmella have to look like she was a dominatrix? Was it just me?
I know why. I know why, because Corey Graves probably went to the road designer and say, "Hey, give me something where she looks hot, to where I can have something to take my mind off watching this garbage. I can just watch her."
I love Carmella.
Yeah,
Mella is money.
Yeah, Mella is money, and Corey's spending plenty of it.
Oh.
So there you go. Freaking!
I just hope I really hope Rhea comes back to the women's division, like the title.
Right. Yeah. Well, I hope. I mean, they need to break her off in the singles to get her pushed towards something. So I'm all for that too. And speaking of, I was just kind of joking about couples, dude. I didn't read about former who got dropped from WWE recently, Chelsea Green. Her and Matt Cardona tied the knot on Wednesday in Vegas. So congrats.
And the Miz was there, and he was one of
the.
Yeah. That was an awesome groomsman photo. Like Matt Cardona, that's a man that did not get the respect in WWE that he deserves.
I totally agree.
Like F everybody. Zack Ryder was an amazing gimmick. It was fun. It had ways balanced, and the man made himself famous via a YouTube channel by himself.
Right. Exactly. And I was there in person to see his Intercontinental title win.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I've always been a Zack Ryder fan and Matt Cardona, and I love, like, I've never been a death match guy. Okay.
Right.
So I've never gone out of my way to really. Well, that's a lie. That is a lie. Wow, that's terrible. That is a lie. So when Dean Ambrose or John Moxley, when I first found out him, I did watch CZW just to watch him because the dude was fucking crazy, and I wanted to see what crazy shit he was going to do. So that is when. But I've never really tuned into GCW, and especially Nick Gage. I'm not a fan of Gang Nick Gage or whatever the hell they call him or what they do. But when Matt Cardona became the freaking GCW World Heavyweight Champion and stuff and was going down there and feuding with him, you damn Skippies, Zmiz clocked into that stuff. I was eating that up.
Oh man, yeah. And that's the same. I mean, I know he's a good worker. He's an awesome worker. I know that, and he could. I mean, dude, he was one of the Major Brothers. I mean, underneath just tutelage. So you know the dude had to be good in order to be.
The Major Brothers. That was another great tag team. Continue.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and in fact,
Bert Hawkins is another one that does not get the respect that he deserves either. God.
Yeah, I gotta find out what he's doing these days.
He's over in Impact, bro, doing some great stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Dude, they're having like a pay-per-view that's coming up.
This weekend. This weekend is Hard to Kill, I think, and that card looks stacked, bro.
Dude, it does. It does. It looks like a really talented card that's going to be off the chain, for real. When I know the names that are in there and the type of matches that they're going to have,
like,
dude.
I watch Impact not on a regular basis, but on a semi-regular basis. I catch stuff up because I can't watch it on Twitch anymore.
Right.
But holy cow, guy. Like, their cards and what I'm reading the fans say and what I'm catching, the stuff is just good. Like, NWA and Impact Wrestling are sleepers right now in the wrestling industry.
Oh, I totally agree. It's just trying to get others to others to congregate and get them to watch and actually watch this stuff, because when Impact lost the TNA title and the TNA
moniker,
the moniker, they just started going down, and then it's just hasn't really been the same. But then of course COVID hit, and then everybody's getting hit, and now ROH is, they're struggling. Which, by the way, ROH World Title will be on the line too, with Jonathan Gresham defending.
Yep.
So, which it's good to see it having title. And I really, for when 2022 comes around, something good for ROH, because really that's a company
that deserves a break.
Yes.
Like,
I agree. Yeah,
ROH is it's not closed. What they're doing is they released everybody, and they're revamping everything, and then going into they're going after that. We don't know anything else beyond that right now. They said the doors are not completely closed. They're just revamping everything. Maria has talked about it several times because she's a big ROH person. Marina, what the fuck's her last name?
Who is
Maria?
Maria. Oh, gosh.
Is it Maria, right?
Kanellis?
Yes. Yeah. Mike Kanellis and all those, yeah. So they're big ROH people, and then like Dan Houser, he's talked about it a couple times on things, that it's not supposedly 100% closed because the ROH title, and they're still floating out there.
Right.
It's just they're shutting down to revamp ROH to do a relaunch.
Right. Yeah.
From what we're being told.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that they do get to that. But I know that there's so many side points that just come
Oh,
up.
dude, we just keep going.
Yeah, we just keep going. But after that tag match, you saw a promo. You heard about it on the internet, but then they actually broadcast it here in USA. So you know for sure this is probably going to happen with Johnny Knoxville.
Yes.
Announcing his intent to go into the 2022 Royal Rumble.
I have no idea why I'm so happy about this, but I am stoked to see Johnny Knoxville get his ass kicked.
Oh my god!
And I hope it's a good like 20 minutes. Like he needs to stay in that ring for like 20 minutes, just getting thrown around by Bobby Lashley, by KO. Like, come on. Think about him and Sheamus, like him taking a bro kick by Sheamus or something. Like how bad and beautiful it's gonna look.
He needs to take finishers from release like 10
it needs to happen. They just need to fucking wreck him. Oh my god, I'd love it so much.
He needs to be like that mannequin that's off to the side, and they do something with him, and then they throw him off to the side, and they don't move until the next guy comes in, and then they pull him out.
if he like plays the squirmy little guy, comes in, slides out, like I'll be happy with all that. Like let Knox. I've never been so excited for a celebrity appearance in the Rumble until today. Like I literally genuinely think they can do something fun with him and let it progress to where like you get a prop and a boo from the fans or something. Like do something fun with him. You have Johnny Knoxville. He's fucking crazy and stupid.
Right.
Let it happen.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell everybody right now, do not put your chips on Johnny Knoxville because he's only there for a promotional plug for Jackass Forever, which is coming out in theaters February 4th. So we heard the whole, we already heard the deal. He's already he plugged the movie on the promo.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful.
It's like, he's not going to stay in WWE. He's not going to have. I mean, literally. I mean, he can boast all he wants for how he's going to be world champion, but it's not going to happen.
Oh my god, I would let him win the 24/7 title in the match.
Dude, if any celebrity needs to win the 24/7 title and just get major publicity from it, Johnny Knoxville's your guy.
Why is this not being done already? WWE, we just brought you life back to the 24/7 title.
I would pay money if he came in and just swapped Dana Brooke from behind and just pinned her. I would pay money to see that. Oh my god, I don't.
What?
I have no clue, man.
I'm excited for Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, I have no clue how that's going to go, but expect the Johnny Knoxville sighting in St. Louis, people, because it will happen.
Dude, I might go. It's one of my heroes.
I thought you're still going.
I'm going. No, like I'm talking about I want to find some signings in the area. Like
I got you.
Who if wrestlers are doing signings that day in different places and stuff. But if there's a Knoxville signing, there's a good chance that I might have to go to that. Like I will stand in line to get a Johnny Knoxville autograph.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So this is the Royal Rumble. Yeah. Yeah. Now this is a little absurd. Have we men win the 24/7 title? It's about as more ridiculous than Hornswoggle winning the Cruiserweight title.
Didn't you retire with him too?
I think
it did, so. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It retired with him too. Yeah. So that's. Oh my gosh! Oh, so after that promo he did, the Street Profits faced Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz, and
Apollo Crews.
That was about a 2-minute match, but Street Profits pinning Apollo Crews, who was a former strong Intercontinental Champion, who's now purely put to waste.
Yeah, Apollo Crews is being wasted, straight up wasted.
So let's have another discussion after that, though. Damian Priest had his match against Dolph Ziggler, which I'm just trying to. I mean, how are they trying to build this character? Like there's like some type of deep evil with that in him, like late in the match.
Yeah, so like the Damian and the Priest are two different entities in him,
right?
And he goes to a certain point, and then he starts becoming Damian and stuff. It's dumb. It's not working. I don't understand why you change a guy that was literally working as a character and you put him in a high prestigious match with freaking Bad Bunny and The Miz and John Morrison at WrestleMania, and then turn him into this. You turn him into this. Like, what? I don't like it. I hate it, and you're ruining a great, great competitor.
This is where, if you're in this business, if you want to be in the sports entertainment business, this is obviously the only company that you want to go, because then it gives them freedom to use you for any type of script, character change, whatever else. And as long as you're okay with it, if you like wardrobe changes with your pushes and how you're looking on television, and you don't care, then that's the thing for you. But otherwise, if you actually care about professional wrestling, don't go to WWE. That's all I gotta say. You know,
it just makes me so mad. Like, the guy is a talented individual, and
he is.
I just don't understand why you change his character. You want people to get over. It's just like the whole Veer thing. Veer's coming. Veer's already been on Raw, for one, so Veer ain't coming to Raw because he's already been on Raw, you dumb fucks. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not dumb. Like,
in case you were like this watching Raw that 1 week when Veer was here, Veer's coming. So it's
like, I don't get it. And that's another guy. Like, Veer's a talented guy, but like, what are you doing that he has to be coming for 17 weeks? Like,
yeah.
And if it takes him that long to come, like, he needs to get that checked out. Like, come on, dude.
I know, but
like,
I don't know. We'll have to see, but just turn him one way or the other. I know it's kind of, that's how his character was, but
Damian Priest's character is trash now, and I just don't. Such a talented wrestler, right. Talented character at first.
Yeah, but right,
like, that was cool. Just him doing the Puerto Rican thing with they could have just kept going on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Doing his heritage thing, like,
you
had to get this started.
Yeah, I know. We're going to move on, because right after that, it cuts to a backstage promo with Austin Theory and Vince McMahon. And can I just say, on my from my view, can you please keep the cameras off of Vince? It's not that I don't think it's a whole power trip or anything, but this guy's literally showing his age no matter how much makeup you put on this guy. He's 75 years old. I know it just looks like he doesn't have a clue what's going on half the time, or his voice is very raspy. He doesn't sound good. He sounds like he's confused half the time. He doesn't look good on camera anymore. Please just stop using Vince. Get done with this thing with Austin Theory through the Rumble, and just let this guy go off in the freaking sunset and sit up in freaking WWE towers, trying to
There's another great talented wrestler not being utilized correctly.
Well,
or I don't know what the hell they're doing. I think.
Well, they're going to do this little thing with Austin Theory, and then we'll see what happens after that. But
I want to go back doing selfies.
Yeah, but Austin Theory has actually been announced into the Royal Rumble on that after that promo. And then we get the Miz and Mrs. out there in the ring doing a thing of Miz. I don't know if it was officially named Miz TV, but they were out cutting the promo on Edge and Beth. And, of course, Edge and Beth come out there. And this is going to be interesting for you, because they've actually Edge and Beth made a challenge out to them, and Miz accepted on behalf of both of them, and Maurice was not happy about it.
I cannot wait.
But, dude, yeah.
You're going to hear me chant so hard.
Yeah.
I might even have to wear my Miz shirt to the Rumble now.
Yeah. So after that, you had AJ and Omas. Now, here's if I could find this, because we've actually been having a lot of
6 months.
Yeah.
Omas disappears and goes back to the wayside of.
Yeah, but here's the thing. But I remember O'Shea saying that the match was good. I want to know what was good about that match. It didn't flow well. It seemed like AJ had to pause for him a lot of the times, but He just uses his side. I mean, basically all that Omas is doing, he's doing a whole bunch of guide moves, and AJ is taking his own bumps, pretty much, except for the last one. It was kind of
It just reminds me of Great Khali. Like it literally reminds me of Great Khali.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I really don't think there's. He may be a good guy outside, or he may be a good guy outside the ring and all that, but inside, he needs to. He really needs more training. It's a suck that Raw Underground had to go under because they probably would have kept him on there, and but Lord knows
I
that
really
Raw
liked Raw Underground.
dude.
I actually genuinely enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it too, but
I thought it was a cool concept. And then like Commander Aziz, we know that he is a decent, talented big dude because of that. Like I want to see more from Commander Aziz. Like I genuinely do. Right. And if they make Apollo Crews and him into the tag team world, I guess I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and then we get to the main event that was announced, which that was supposed to be there with Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Kevin Owens, and Big E. And Lashley ends up winning. And yet again, here's the problem I have with that match. Lashley pins Big E. So
yeah, they're not letting Big E get victories or stay away from getting hurt. They are really protecting Seth and Kevin. So you might be onto something with Kevin. You might be onto something.
Yeah, I think so. But I think with Big E, though, it's just, yeah, here we go. Omas is slow as hell. Thank you very much, Corey. I have to totally agree with you. But against when are Giants fast?
They're not supposed to be.
Yeah, but then after Lashley wins, they cut to Kevin Patrick in the back with Brock Lesnar and asked for comments, and he said, "Well, just tell Roman Reigns I'll see him this Friday." So apparently Lesnar is going to be on SmackDown tomorrow, confronting Roman Reigns. So it's going to be champion versus champion. And I'm kind of interested how that promo is going to go now, because it's Lashley and Brock at the Rumble. So who is Reigns going to target? I mean, who are they going to target for Reigns? Because Lesnar was his target. Now what do? Here's my thoughts on that. Do you dare at this point? Do you want to wait to Mania, or do you want to go to the Rumble? You want to put Reigns, Lesnar, Lashley in a triple threat, winner take all with holding both titles. Do you see a merger of a big championship going down the Rumble, or do you think you should wait till Mania like they did with the women with Becky taking both belts 3 years ago?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like I'm very confused because are they going to unify the titles, or is it going to be one, or is it going to be two like Becky's 3 years ago was? Like, how are they going to do it, and how are you going to do it right? And I still think, like, either way you go, Brock should not beat Roman.
I agree.
That's just it needs to be a fresh face, somebody new, or somebody not so new. It can be somebody else, but like somebody out of the blue needs to be the one to take Roman's spot. At this point, it should not be Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
it should not be Brock Lesnar. And I agree with Alan on this. I think it should be Mania. I really do.
Yeah. I think somehow you push it, but then, so obviously the triple threat probably, it's just a food for thought. Like I said, it's not.
Oh, no, yeah. I like the idea because you got me, like, seeing those three fucking behemoths go at it. Holy shit, dude.
Oh, dude, yeah, I agree. Yeah,
because Bobby Lashley, and I've said it umpteen times when we talk wrestling, Bobby Lashley was the hidden gem of 2022.
Yeah.
Especially for WWE.
Right, especially for WWE.
And it might be all professional wrestling. He was the hidden gem.
Yeah.
That's how good his stuff was and how on point he was. Him and MVP, the Hurt Business. Like, that's a testament to that man. So do you let him finally get his due and be the true face? I'm for it. I'm for it. I'm for him defeating Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar the same night.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's. But I think at this point, I don't think there's going to be I don't know. There will be title unification, I would think. But going back to what Corey I was asking the other day, but I think we talked earlier. If I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he mentioned Randy Orton because Randy Orton being in his hometown, but I don't think there's going to be much of a hometown pop.
Now you say that, yeah, I don't think that. Like, I don't. You might be right.
But I almost want to say Kevin Owens because this might be with the new contract, a rejuvenated Kevin Owens and working with Seth Rollins. This could be something in the works with that. But my pick is Kevin Owens on that. And you wouldn't see that coming from afar, especially in St. Louis and everything else. And
it's going to be either Kevin or Seth.
Yeah,
now that you say it, like I don't. It's a tricky situation. They're not really showing any different. Like there's no standout. But what you're saying about, and then AJ just resigned.
Yeah, I don't see AJ winning it though.
I think AJ deserves one before he retires.
Yeah, he may, but they're going to play Omas and him for longer.
Oh, I agree.
Past the Rumble. So, Omas is probably going to have gotten his goat at some point. Matt Riddle, I don't see Matt Riddle winning, no. I really don't.
I wouldn't mind seeing another AJ Roman match.
Yeah. In fact, like I said, I see RK Bro breaking up before Mania, and they're going to face off in Mania. That's what I see.
I agree.
Yeah. We're going to talk that. So getting on to our next subject here, and we were a lot on this Raw, but we also had a lot of subtopics too that we brought up. But I'm going to let Z man this one of yet people are being wished their future endeavors, folks. Yet another list of WWE releases, man.
So you got like William Regal, Road Dogg, Scott Armstrong, Run Jun Scene, Ace Steel, Ryan Katz, Kathy Corner.
That's Kathy Carino.
Carino, sorry. Danny Burch. I cannot read the. You got to read the Japanese.
Yeah, that's Hideki Suzuki.
Yeah. This one's the one that hurt me. This is the one. Timothy Thatcher, and then Gabe Sparksel.
Gabe Sapolsky, and then literally like 2 hours before we went on the air, we got more news.
Samoa Joe.
Yet again, this is the second time.
Who else? There was another person.
He was released in 2021. I was going to say second time this year, but no. It was they had to wait till 2022. We're like, yeah, we're not going to use you. So, but man, these guys. I mean, to think and here's what it really bugs me about this because Regal was pretty much the saving grace of a lot of these guys in NXT, and he was there for the big push of the gold brand. We're talking Undisputed Era. All the tag teams you mentioned, man. Freaking Bobby Roode.
All the females.
All the
whole main roster females is because of William Regal.
I know. And that's one thing that I really, that kind of irks me with that because Regal is a great contributor to this business. But the whole thing is, with all these releases, Road Dogg, I mean, my God,
it's literally Triple H's crew.
Triple H's crew. And yet, I want to remind everybody here, you're kind of wondering, well, there's all Triple H's crew, but why did Triple H, lose control of the booking and everything? If you all remember, back in September, Triple H actually did have what they call a cardiac event. How it was severe, we don't know. But ever since then, he has not returned to work. So these guys got to find a way to press through, And that's with Triple H gone. You get the freaking Fruit Strike Kaleidoscope, Fruity Pebbles melted in milk brand, with all the fruity colors airbrushed all over the place, 2.0, But Kathy Carino. I wonder if that's any relation to Steve Carino though.
I was wondering that same thing as soon as you said it.
Yeah. So we've got a couple.
Here's the thing that upsets me about like this whole rebranding in NXT. WWE versus WCW was over like a 10-year span.
Yeah.
Or right? Yeah, it was a 10-year span almost of a battle of ratings.
10, 11 years, yeah, about 10 year, 11 years.
Everybody says Triple H lost within what 2-3 years of AEW starting. They lost it. We're gonna rebrand it. We gotta change it. They lost it. How the fuck did he lose it when he didn't even really get a fucking shot?
Right.
All because he had a medical condition where he had to get help. Like I don't understand how Triple H lost. I don't get it.
So this is, and like I said, this is all in the decisions for Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard, for which I've heard he's been missing out on some tapings lately. I don't know what the reason why, much less do I care right now. Nothing against Bruce Pritchard, but here's the thing. They were going fine with the black and gold brand. That's how they were established. That's how they brought in as, their new Tough Enough in 2010 when they brought it on, with tryouts and these guys showing off their work and trying to get a WWE contract, And then of course, that went for about a year or two, and then Nexus is born, and then they work off of that, after Nexus faded out, and they brought back NXT, I think like in 2014 or 2015. I think it was 14, I believe. I think it was earlier. I had to take a look at the history, but the black and gold brand has been around for a good while. I think you go and change this up.
Let me look here. Hold on,
All right. But the whole thing is that there was no reason to change it to begin with. Really none. And I don't have anything against these guys, but it's just the way that they're making their product. Some of the people look like they have a good push. I mean, gosh, I'm gonna imagine Mandy Rose right now. She's killing it.
Oh, so like there's a lot of good that NXT 2.0 is doing, but it could have been done in NXT. It really could have.
NXT. Yeah.
Like there's no reason they had to do the shift, in my opinion.
Right.
But it is what it is, I guess. Like I said, I have no control over it.
Yeah.
It was 2010 was when NXT was introduced.
Well, yeah, that's when it was introduced as a trial show, but then they eventually faded out. When they faded out the Nexus group, or the faction, and then after they faded out, then they brought in the core.
2012, it was relaunched as a separate brand.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm with Corey here too. I don't understand the whole NXT 2.0 thing here as well. So, but do I see Triple H coming back after he gets cleared? Well, no, I don't. Triple H would not want this because this was not a product that was his decision. This is not a product that he wanted of. I see Triple H if he returns to WWE, it's going to be in the office. It's not going to be behind character or story writing or anything else of that nature. Triple H will stay in the office to earn a paycheck. And we're going to talk about some figures here in a little bit. But it's a sad, Ace Steel was on that list.
Great trainer, great.
Dude's a phenomenal. I mean, dude's phenomenal. And who came out in the Midwest, where I worked with a few times as well, coming up with my first years in the business. He did. There's a promotion around here called Mississippi Valley Wrestling Alliance that was here for about a year and a half. Then he was out in Kansas. He was out in Iowa. He was out. I mean, he got around pretty quick, and then then he ended up being a trainer. From what so he's been around for quite a while, and but he's more the old school professional wrestling mentality. I think what they're doing here is anybody who's got a professional wrestling mentality has the danger of losing their job, and I'm just being flat honest. They want to go the sports entertainment route, which, if you know my history, if you're hearing me on here, I do not need to say it again how I feel about it. So, Yeah. So if you want your future in sports, and that's the thing about Jimmy Corderas about picking like his winner of the Rumble. I mean, I was going to watch it, but then he's like, "Hey, it's your favorite sports entertainment referee." Jimmy Corderas. I'm like, okay, I'm out. I just think it. I didn't really care for it. So what do we got here?
I'll put it back up.
So I was thinking, until the day he's gone, or he says, "Won't change."
Herb's right. He's 100%
He's right. He won't let it go, and that's the thing. And that's the first thing. I guess he's got so much in this business, though. But things may change, though. Hopefully not for his health. By all means, we all want Vince to stay healthy. But the whole thing is that, I mean, if you take wrestling out of Vince, I mean, is that kind of like pulling the life support plug? You got to leave him in there. I mean, what do you?
It is his baby, man.
It almost feels like that. Yeah, it almost feels like that. But it is what it is, and I just hope that I definitely wish the best for Vince, and I wish the best for the company because it just seems like they're not really going on an upscale. I agree. Needs to change. It needs to change. Something's got to shake up. But I'll tell you, releasing 12 people is not a shakeup. It's once again cutting your budget because you're not making numbers like you thought you were going to be making, and that's why you have to cut out contracts. So,
but then you got Goldberg wanting to come back and do an extension.
Oh, for God's sake! Do not talk about that. My God.
But hey, So it's really funny that you say that anyone with a pro wrestling background is going to be gone. Guess who they just signed?
Who?
As a producer in WWE.
Who's that?
Petey Williams.
Oh, for God's sakes. I have Petey Williams. Well, he can easily be persuaded with the sports and entertainment mentality. They got him.
I mean, Petey Williams, I think he's a mixture, but goddamn, that dude was a damn good wrestler.
Yeah, Goldberg.
Who the hell cares?
I'm not talking about Goldberg. I'm talking about Petey Williams.
I'm just saying, go back to Goldberg. No one cares. Petey Williams needed a job.
Got any cheese?
Yeah, we got it right here, Petey. Come and be a producer. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not going to harp on it anymore because we still got more to go. I'm surprised we got more to go.
Right.
Let's kind of so our next thing we're going to tackle here, and we were worried if we had enough enough material. We still got more. Let's talk about the first AEW Dynamite of 2022. Man, I was actually watching this.
Holy cow, dude! It started out with Bryan Danielson,
yeah,
versus Adam Page, and holy shit, did these two men capitalize on their previous match? I'm upset that it did not go to the time limit, though. I was hoping it'd go to the judges.
Oh man,
to play off the storyline. I don't think Daniel needed his. No, now I'm saying that it doesn't. He needed to lose because Page needed that clean victory.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So really
it went exactly how it went. I was hoping it would go to kind of like play it off to where like it'd be like Page's one little flaw kind of thing on his title reign. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like eat at him and then build to hopefully him, Kenny Omega versus Daniel Bryan in a triple threat match.
Yeah.
Because Daniel could have been like, I took both of you guys to the limit multiple times. That's kind of what I was hoping for, but I guess that's more sports entertainment wrestling. But otherwise, just a beautiful like people need to go back and watch that match. Like seriously, go back and watch that match.
You need to watch the entire show.
Oh yeah,
we're going to tell you about it, but you need to go back and witness it because these guys. I mean, I had to rewind a little bit, like because I actually it was kind of weird because I had to watch the live feed and then I actually had to go back on the DVR on another TV and watch the beginning as I'm watching the live because I kind of go back and forth. It was kind of weird how I was watching it, but those guys were busted. Both of them were busted open, and like this is the opening match, and this is like, I mean, they had to. I mean, think this is the first AEW Dynamite, and now they're on TBS now. So they moved off of TNT for now, but now they brought TBS into the mix because obviously it's still under Turner Broadcasting. And but no, these guys had a hell of a match. I'm glad he didn't go to the decision, but my God, those guys. Adam Page just continues to impress, and
one of my favorites going today.
And I mean, obviously, you put him with a technical wizard such as Bryan Danielson. That is a guy that will help you show off your talents.
Sure. Agreed. The only thing I don't like, I'm gonna gripe on Adam Page for 1 minute.
Sure.
And this goes for anyone that is doing that reverse pile driver thing. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
It does not look good on TV. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, I agree. Some of those moves, though, man, I tell you, man. I mean, gosh, it was Danielson who hit that pile driver in the ring, I believe. I forgot who.
Yeah,
hit
that looked dirty.
Driver. Man, my God, they're bringing old school moves back. They're people that still make people cringe to this day. What they did.
Well, it's just like any other DDTs, man.
Oh, DDT. I'll tell you right now, as a guy that's been in the ring for a long time, a pile driver is less protective than a DDT. And I don't care. Yeah, you'll have more exposed to the mat when the DDT is delivered. And it all depends on how you deliver it. I mean, if it's a spike DDT, then yeah, it's in a danger zone there.
It doesn't matter. I don't care about that, but the delivery and what it looks like on screen, it looks freaking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I want you guys safe, but I want it to look. That's why I don't like the Deadeye. It just doesn't. It's not believable. Like, I don't understand how it hurts.
Yeah.
Because you can clearly see them, like, tucking and protecting, I guess, if I'm going to break some of the walls.
Well, I mean, it just all depends because not a lot of people protect. You can ask Steve Austin about that, too.
Or is it a jar thing? Like, is it, like the big ending, I can see how the big ending hurts because, like, it jarred the chest up and, okay, so I can kind of understand the concept and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I making sense, or like is it breaking that fourth wall too much?
I mean, I can't really say because I don't deliver the move. I've seen it delivered, and I hear like if it's 18 pounds of pressure straight down the neck, then you have a risk of killing somebody.
Okay, I can respect that. So like I can still take that then. Okay. I think I needed that reassurance because like every time I see it, I'm just like, that doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you want to find out the reason why Steve Austin went from 6'3" to 6'2",
I'm not talking about the pile driver. I'm talking about the Deadeye. The pile driver, I can tell you, it's gonna fucking suck.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's definitely a danger. I mean, a lot of these moves, they may look simple, guys, but trust me, if there could be one simple move that can be done where you think, well, someone just took a bump from a clothesline. You never know. The way that their shoulders can hit the mat or something, if they twist themselves a certain way and they land on a certain nerve or muscle or something, something can blow easily. And I mean, this is only a show that's supposed to go so long, but I can name you so many simple moves that were supposed to have been simple and people have blown something out. In fact, I can tell you about a move of mine that I was supposed to do, but I did it with the other leg instead. I ended up having a damaged sciatic and something with my hip that I've had to work for about the last 3 months of 2021. So don't give me that. Shit can happen.
Yeah, I believe. Like, I'm just trying to get a wrestler's point of view on it, my friend.
Shoot. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Yeah, Alan, this is not happening, by the way. I'm not frog splashing off the top rope. just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
who asked you?
Well, Alan suggested I do it. I'm not.
You do it.
Yeah, I do it.
Oh, I didn't read the Ruby.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was like thinking Ruby Soho, not Ruby.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But no, Rick Ruby is definitely not doing no frog splash from the top rope. I mean. Good Lord, no, he isn't. No,
the boss has spoken.
Yeah.
Ruby's not allowed to.
Oh my gosh. I can't begin what moves I have taken I mean, I've had a long career. I know as I remember being put in a crazy hold like within my first year of working. I was out in Kansas. I was in a TV taping, and I faced a guy that was, of course, match only went about 3 minutes, but the guy was called. He went by the name of Big Butch Bronson. Dude was 6'8", and
That's a big dude.
yeah, this was at a time when I was way lighter, and he basically got me in a swinging full Nelson. So yeah, he locked the full Nelson on, and he swung me like Cesaro, but he grabbed. I was like, oh, I can handle this, but he had me grabbed locked in behind my neck with my arms tucked behind me, and he's swinging me, grabbing on, and the pressure is building and building, compressing my neck further, and my chin is about ready to stab my chest, and I'm like trying to tap, and I can't tap because I mean my arms were moving. You can't tell if I'm tapping or if I'm trying to wave and do a dance. I mean, it was horrible. So the ref just called it, thank God. And I rolled out of there, and I was like, holy cow. But I said that move was crazy. I was like, oh my God, I'm losing my breath. I'm getting ready. I'm like, I was like, my sternum is hurting. Yeah. Oh, trust me. I've had, oh my gosh, when I went over to Top in Belleville last week. Yeah. I don't know if you actually were there. Well, Zach was there.
I was there.
He was there. But the thing is, I don't think he was really at the view that I had.
No, I mean, I saw you hit your tailbone or whatever. Like
yeah. There was 3 years ago. I had I was in a match against Jake Prater, and I was in a rumble. I was like in some type of short rumble match or whatever, and I got flung over the top rope, and of course I guided, but I went right over the top rope, and next thing I know, it's like not even a second, I like hit like ass first on the floor, and I was sitting up, and I have no idea what happened. I was like, oh my God, I went over the top rope so fast it was not even funny. So
damn,
yeah. So I mean, I've gone over a lot quicker and a lot harder too. So, but I know age increases, but man, that was a great opening match with Paige, retaining over Bryan Danielson. So let's talk about the next one, MJF.
Yes,
dude.
This whole thing was beautifully done.
Right,
beautifully done. Like at first, I was kind of, as a fan, I was like sitting here, I'm like, motherfucker. Like, I was kind of pissed, but then as it just played out, I'm like, no, dude. Because I do tune into AEW Dark occasionally and stuff, and Captain Sean Dean is one of my dudes on the dark side of AEW, like the new guys coming up, and
yeah. So
I was like, man, I kind of wanted to see those two kind of go at it, like Punk, but then like Punk and his promo back and forth. Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, I mean, let's not forget about the Gold Nugget. How MJF predicted like an undefeated year, and
right, yeah.
They rung the bell. They get ready to wrestle. Punk runs in that tries to chase MJF out, and MJF runs up the ramp, and it's Punk and Sean Dean in there. And so Punk is, turning his wheels, looking at both guys back and forth. And so he grabs and picks up Sean Dean and gives him the GTS. And next thing you know, you hear the bell ring, and Justin Roberts announces Sean Dean as the winner by DQ, pissing off MJF.
Dude, it was beautiful. It was beautifully done.
Oh my God! And then those guys back and forth.
Oh hell! Like the cuts about like Punk never being able to main event a Mania, and then Punk going like, "Oh, you want to go to buy one and get one for an extravaganza night 4?" Oh my God, that was beautiful stuff, dude.
Yeah, I think was Punk referencing to the Royal Rumble this year? You're good to buy one, get one.
Yeah,
extravaganza. Yeah, all they want to do then, they just want to fill seats in that dome, and hopefully they get more sponsor money. But no, but that was tore up with that. That was a great match. Well, actually, that was a great spot. Match wasn't so much. What did I miss? MJF calling Punk a meth? Oh yeah, he did call Punk a meth.
He's calling like it's lame in my opinion. But
I mean, hell, they were saying dipshit and
oh yeah, like I love the AEW just promo world and having a promo guy like Punk in there, helping guys like MJF and the other guys with promos. Hopefully it's gonna get better and better.
oh yeah, I think so. But yeah, but that was a spectacular spot. I know we had some other spot matches, but I really kind of wanted to touch on the most important things on here, and I know that are on there. But if there's something that I didn't miss here, but unless we want to go to our other, because there was history made that night, so
Yes,
yeah. So
Jade Cargill.
yeah, Jade Cargill and Ruby Soho.
So you and I have talked about Jade a couple times on the show, and I love her look. I love everything about her. I love Smart Mark as her manager. Like the whole dynamics between those two is awesome. And her time in Dark Evolution definitely showed on her skill and progression. But it doesn't help that you're in there with one of the best female wrestlers right now in Ruby Soho. But those two put on a hell of a performance, and my thought.
Oh, I do, and of course in the middle of the match, Mercedes Martinez coming out and kind of talking smack at Ruby, and then here comes Thunder Rosa, and then the hit Mercedes from behind, and and then of course they fight to the back.
I love Martinez. Yeah, great. So we went to All Out up in Chicago. 2 years ago now, 3 years ago now. Me and my buddies, and she was in the casino battle royale for the women, and I marked out, bro.
Yeah.
I was not expecting it whatsoever.
Yeah, because I think she just got released at that time from NXT before she got a chance to come back.
Yeah, and then she went back.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But it ended up Jade Cargill getting the victory at the end and becoming the first ever champ, man.
This is why she should be champion right here. That's why she should be champion.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, gosh, with Jade though, I mean, I'm sorry, I just like the look about her. My gosh, she is now this is a freaking Amazon. But really,
her coming out with the so the nerd in me, her gear was from X-Men. It was Storm.
Oh yes. Okay.
Awesome shit.
Yeah, but you can't. But I mean, you can't really fault AEW with putting that TBS title on Jade Cargill, and they probably did it. I mean, not only just because we're looking the way that she can carry herself. Yeah, of course. Does she have a move vocabulary as deep as Ruby? No, she doesn't. But see, this also what makes kind of Ruby kind of geared toward either getting at the TBS title or eventually the women's world title.
Well, what everybody's going to misplace here is it gives the women division depth now. We have the ability for 2 titles. We have the ability for them to go 2 places. And I kind of see WWE possibly following suit potentially, maybe, with the women in their division too, even though they don't do half the shit they do.
The storylines are killing WWE, and it's professional wrestling that AEW is doing, and not the entertainment word. So
yes.
So they probably will never go to that level. Now, let's talk about let's talk about the main event of AEW. I mean, so much in between that AEW is happening, but I just like to enjoy the show. I mean, there was probably some side matches that went down. What was the Wardlock?
Wardlow and his Symphony of Destruction. I love me some Wardlow.
That was about a 2-minute match. Him and CM Punk are going to be on next week on Dynamite. They're meeting.
Yes, I can't wait for that.
And this is why I want to go back to the MJF and CM Punk promo a little bit, because you need to build these guys up a little bit more. And
well, okay, so there's a whole storyline.
There's
a whole storyline with this MJF, CM Punk, Wardlow thing going on, okay? So if you haven't been paying attention, MJF owns Wardlow's contract, right? So Wardlow is his, like, bodyguard. Well, last week, Smart Mark, the lawyer Smart Mark himself, came in and told Wardlow in his contract that if Wardlow ever wins a title, it automatically goes to MJF.
So
it becomes MJF's property. So the whole thing about MJF going undefeated plays into this, where Wardlow actually will be the one to get the title first, and then it's going to go to MJF, kind of thing. Kind of like Ted DiBiase buying the title, but instead a completely different, grimy way of getting it. And then it's going to lead into hopefully a storyline with Wardlow. Wardlow is the makings of something beautiful. Like, there's something there. And AEW does really good with long storylines. Very good. It took 2 years for Adam Page to get the title, so
because
and it was all storyline.
people knew how to write. That's the whole thing.
So,
people knew what the fans wanted, and they didn't exactly give it to them right away. And you found fillers. So that's the whole thing. You know?
So look at like, oh, there's so many things you could say. Like Jungle Express, how they got the titles out of this week on the tag team titles. That's been a long thing coming. That really has.
Right. And congratulations to the Jungle Express with
100%.
Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. But you noticed that his mom and I think sister were there.
Yeah, they were crying.
You know the funny thing I chuckled at though? They about had the same hair, all of them. They did. I don't know if that was real or if it's a wig, but it was like, hey, they all got the same hair.
Yeah, they do. They might have permed it for him because just to do it to be. Then you had Malachi Black too.
Malachi Black
with Brian Pillman Jr. And that was a fun match too. That was a little fun match.
How can I forget, man? Brian Pillman Jr. I mean,
I like that kid.
Yeah, I know. He's definitely going to be something. And but no, it's just a lot of talent here that's in the AEW that just
that match though, the tag team match between Jungle Express and Lucha Bros.
Right. Now you also saw during that match though there was a table spot where Rey Fenix was involved and it looked nasty. So
I didn't catch it when the first time. Like I had to go online. And I was talking about how good the match was, and everybody's like, "Rey Fenix broke his arm. Rey Fenix broke his arm." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" It looked like a beautiful match. Then I rewatched it. I'm like, "Oh, wow,
yeah."
And all he did was dislocate it.
Yeah, and Corey was saying, he dislocated the arm in that match. It looked nasty.
It
really did.
And he, like, for him not to, like, you clearly see him freaking out.
Yeah.
But for him to, like, not freak out, like, mad props to the professionalism that Rey Fenix has.
Yeah, well, if it was Sin Cara dislocating his arm, he would have passed out.
True.
Yeah.
True. Like,
shots fired! Shots fired!
Yeah. There's talk about he may possibly want to do another WWE run, but you got to actually.
Well, is it the original Sin Cara or is it Unico?
I don't think it's Unico. I think it's the original Sin Cara.
Oh, then I don't want to see it. If it was Unico coming back, I'd love to see it. I love this.
My knee, I got to hobble to the back. You haven't finished your match. I don't care.
Unico was the shit.
Yeah. That was Hunico was the evil. Remember the evil Sin Cara?
Yeah.
And the real
well,
Sin Cara?
he plays Sin Cara after all that too.
Right. Yeah.
He takes over because like the Lucha Dragons, that was Sin Cara, that was Unica and Kalisto.
Yeah.
Or Sin, he was still playing Sin Cara, but.
Right. Exactly. Hey, it's called. I got a soundboard. I got professional stuff here. You can't see all my equipment. In fact, you don't want to see what's behind here. But I mean, if you're a neat freak, because I go through so much trying to get ready, dude. It's not even funny on that. But it's But hey, I gotta have a soundboard too. You know,
I'm sitting in my couch on a cell phone, so I literally am a sidearm booker.
but just don't call him on his cell phone. Oh my god! So throughout that show, though, they were previewing for the Battle of the Belts, and the only two matches I've seen were Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, defending against Rio, and then Cody Rhodes giving Sammy Guevara his rematch for the TNT title. And I'm like, so what other belts are being put up? You know,
I have no idea if we're getting
Battle of the Belts. Okay, 2 belts. Well, we said belts. That's plural. That's 2. That's it. It's about an hour show. Okay, thank you. Good night. You know,
I mean, I'm okay with that. Like, I have a feeling they'll do something else. I don't know, but I'm excited to see it. I got it on my DVR because I don't think I'll be here Saturday night.
Yeah, I don't think it will. I mean, I don't know. I may or may not as well. It just all depends.
But, I'll definitely be watching it. Like, like 100%.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to watch Rampage. That's for sure.
I got it. The beautiful thing is I got 6 weeks of YouTube TV right now that I got. It was like for like a really low price, but I'm going to have to cancel because I don't want to pay any more than I want to for it. But it's kind of fun having the DVR feature online and anywhere you go, and it's fun. But there's more channels than I need. So
my buddy pays for YouTube TV. He just like, oh, here you go. Because I'm like, dude, let me have your YouTube TV for a night so I can watch AEW. And he's like, you can just have it.
Yeah. That's not the reason. And that's another thing. Please, HBO Max, let's get an agreement with AEW, man. Let's get those shows put up.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, let's get that going. Yes, the Battle for the Belts is this Saturday on TNT, I believe.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know what time. It may be like 8, I think.
I don't remember on that.
Hold on. I think it's 8 Central. But yeah. Oh my goodness. Where are we at? Okay.
We're at the Battle of the Belt talk.
Shit. Oh yeah, the Battle.
It's in your notes.
Well, yeah. Well, that's where I'm right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's TNT though. Battle for the Belts.
It is on TNT. I can tell you that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's 8 or 7 Central, so I don't know. So it is TNT for certain, Corey.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we really want? I mean, because we know we're about deep into this, we may have to save this for another time. But we want to give them time. But right now, I know that there's so many differences right now between AEW and WWE right now, dude. It's not even funny.
It's stark differences too. Like AEW is legitimately giving us completely different stuff. It's 8 o'clock, 8 Eastern.
8 Eastern, 7 Central. So it's 7 Central for the Battle of the Belts on TNT Saturday. Okay.
So AEW is really playing to the wrestling ability of people, and it's truly professional wrestling versus sports entertainment. Now, yes, for all those shitty marks out there, and I'm going to say it like right now, all you stupid people that want to be like, well, AEW does entertainment stuff too. Of course they're going to. Watch any wrestling program and tell me that Impact does entertainment. Like, they're in the entertainment business, but when you watch them in the ring, they are giving you wrestling.
Exactly.
Straight wrestling.
Exactly.
That is the difference. Storyline based, they've still got storylines, but AEW doesn't they let the matches tell the story that produces the storylines to go forward.
Thank you very much. That's why I've been trying to preach through this entire time why I don't like sports entertainment. Because if you're a true professional wrestler, not only just behind your skill, you've got to pay attention to your surroundings. That's the crowd. That's ringside. That's the referee. Not just your opponent. And not just draw up, okay, well, we're going to do a moveset number 3. Okay, ready, go. And don't break my concentration or sell to anybody. Dude, F you. Okay? Work with however you want. It's just get, because you can tell TNT is more authentic. Not TNT, excuse me. AEW is more authentic now than WWE has been in the longest time. And the thing that tells me is that WWE's products start dying off. It slowly starts dying in 2008 when they hire Freddie Prinze Jr., an actor from Hollywood who's used to scripts, telling you, hey, this is how you need to do everything. So they not only did the scripts for the promos, they did scripts for the announcers. They given feed lines for the guys in the back in the gorilla position and the headsets. You make sure you say this. I mean, literally, they come out with pages of scripts. And
this is,
you
just
know,
to piggyback off you right now, Ruby, you're not saying stuff that hasn't been posted on the internet. Like, people have went out and posted the goddamn scripts on the internet. Like, people in WWE have been like, fuck this place, and posted everything that happened. Bullet points, all the stuff about old announcers talked about how Vince McMahon would be yelling in your ears, say this, do this. Like, it's common fucking knowledge. It's not us being dirt sheet people. We're not saying stuff that isn't true. Like, it's common knowledge.
right.
Continue, sorry.
No, it's okay. But here's the thing, though. If I was in charge of the company, my stuff would be so encrypted that if it even leaked out once and how it leaked out, I'll find out who you are and I'll make sure that you have no business being in wrestling ever again, no matter where you went. So I am. So here's what I can tell you, and I know Corey's commented in the chat as well. What I do when I try to address something for a promo, I have bullet points. That's all I got. And I don't memorize things line for line, word for word. That's not me. That's not my style. I can't do that. I can't. That's why I'm saying I will never, ever, ever, even when I have my prime, it's still at the edge of my prime, would I have ever been accepted in WWE, because I would not be able to memorize their lines, because I'm too worried about how I'm going to perform in the ring more than anything. And even with movesets, okay, they want these guys to do movesets and everything else. Make sure you do this, make sure you do that. Because I would hate to be a referee in WWE, because that earpiece has probably got so much chatter in it. It's between the crowd chanting, and then you got so many commands coming in. Dude, I would literally have like an anxiety fit, probably, because it is insane. But with that being said, we don't. I mean, as the state of it is right now, will it change? No, I don't think it will. I don't think WWE is going to kind of change the way. It's obviously after this past week or the last 2 days, how they let a dozen people go between superstars and people in the Performance Center, trainers and staff in NXT in the Performance Center. They do not want them to go. I mean, they do not want to go in the direction where they think they want to go. So they're heading in a direction that's not geared toward professional wrestling. And so
Agreed.
WWE won't change.
I mean, it's still wrestling, but it's sports entertainment. It is that.
Yeah. They started doing it when the final straw was when they finally changed the Intercontinental Championship. So so they got the word wrestling. I mean, the only thing I think on their main titles too, they don't even have the word wrestling on their titles.
No, wrestling's not a term they use. I mean, like guys like Kevin Owens and still use it occasionally. Like they'll do it out to get the pop, but
on the WWE, it's World Heavyweight Champion. On the blue brand, it's Universal Champion. It's Intercontinental Champion. It's Raw Women's Heavyweight Champion, or just Women's Champion. Tag titles don't have wrestling on it. They got these stupid freaking Spartan helmets that they've had for about the past 13 years now.
So dumb.
It looks dumb. So it's I just don't like it. So
There's still things that WWE does right. So don't. I advise people to not like. No, you can bash it, but there's still things that like that Fatal 5-Way. That was done right. That was very good sports entertainment. It was very good sports entertainment. So there's still things that WWE does right. It's just they need to do more of that all the time.
right, exactly. So I you know, as far as we already know, some of the major differences, AEW is geared more to the professional wrestling fan. If you want to be more for, which is, I'm sorry, guys, you really need to be. Professional wrestling shouldn't change, and it's not going to change things to AEW. But WWE is really trying to turn the sport around. But if you watch toward AEW, if you watch toward Impact, if you reach toward or ROH, if you reach over to New Japan, which I heard that they're trying to get back on Access TV back in come March.
Yes.
All these, and then if you support your independent promotions, it's a wrestling show. Okay, these guys want to do the best on the local scene for you, so give them a shot. Is all I can say with that. But what was I going to do here? I know what I was going to do. We were going to uh, say, let's talk about this right here, man. I'm going to give you the floor for this.
What?
Sorry.
My bad. Big predictions. Oh, you're good.
Yeah. Big predictions of 2022 in the world of wrestling. And I'm going to hand the floor to you. I've got a couple things in mind, but I just want to, and it can be anything.
This is a shotgun question, dude.
Yeah.
And I still think 2020 we'll see the big jump finally. The big jump. Okay, so like Daniel Bryan was huge. CM Punk coming to AEW was huge. But they still haven't got that marquee person to jump across, right?
Okay, so you're predicting a jump to AEW in 2022.
I feel that somebody marquee wise will be making a shift to AEW eventually. And I think it's going to be a female. I do not think it's going to be a male.
I think I have an idea what you're thinking of.
So that's just how I feel. I feel like AEW is gaining a lot of ground in the way they're going. I feel like this female could really add a lot of potential to AEW with her knowledge of both the sports entertainment and the wrestling world, as in her father being both of those. And I truly feel like we might see Charlotte Flair get some type of either kick to the curb thing, or she just leaves and goes.
Yeah, I think now you notice Charlotte hasn't been on the pay-per-view, wasn't on the pay-per-view, wasn't on TV yet. Now is she on SmackDown though?
She's on SmackDown. Well, okay. I mean, Tony Storm did walk out on their program, so.
Well, that's true too. That might be another thing. And boy, let me tell you, Tony Storm, God bless her in some aspects, but you have to know when you want to get into the big leagues of this business, there's a lot of sacrifices that you have to make. And that's with family, that's with friends, that's with everyday life that you're going to be missing out on because you're going to be out on the road. I mean, that's what you truly want. Now, whether it be is to make a decent living, to save up, and then try to gain some early retirement, or you're trying to make a living for your family to make sure they're well off. I mean, there's sacrifices, and there's a lot of men that have done that going through this business. I mean, there's a lot of guys that have worked 300 days on the freaking road, for many years, back in the 80s, 70s, whatever, whether it be going across, the Northeast, the Carolinas, down in South, Mid-South, Southeast, whatever. These guys made the commitments, and they'll tell you, you better be prepared, because if you want an everyday family life, don't get on the road. And that's the God's honest truth. Now, Tony Storm was complaining about how she missed, certain family events, and it hurt her. So it's hurt her enough to where she don't want to be in the road constantly, but she still wants to make an impact somewhere. And that's a quote that she had said. So do you take that as an intuition of her going to Impact, to doing some shows, or do you see her going back? I mean, because I don't even know if she's even got residence in the U.S., because I know she's from, isn't she from Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It could go multiple ways, because her soon-to-be husband or husband is in New Japan. So.
Well, yeah. And I didn't realize she was married either. So, I mean.
Well, I don't know if she is. I know her and Juice Robertson are a couple.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
So. What are we not giving up our day job for?
Well, he's talking about, don't give your day job if
okay.
you're.
Yeah, okay. Never mind.
If you want to,
But with that being said, I don't know, man. Could I see her making a pit stop? Potentially, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. So I could see her potentially doing that, and her and Dana Peraza could really her and Mickey James probably could tear a house down and do good. Even though, like I said in the past, I'm not as big a Tony Storm fan as most, because I don't find her to be she's good and her matches are okay to watch, but I'm not going to rush out and watch a Tony Storm match.
I get you.
And that's how I feel about her.
Yeah.
And yet I feel like she has a lot to offer the wrestling world, but I don't see her doing much of anything, really.
Right. And she did kind of take a stab at Charlotte too, about her attitude and how she's better than.
Well, okay, so that's one of the reasons why I say that there's a potential we could see Charlotte flip ship.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of rumors going around that she is not liked whatsoever backstage.
Shoot, I mean, there's got to be a story behind. There's no story to why her and Albert, what is it? Andrade broke up.
And they're still together. Herb, I wasn't thinking that. I was just confused.
Yeah. Yeah. So this business, Herb was right. The business is darn tough, and it's really tough and demanding if you want to make a living out of it to support your family. If you don't want WWE, you're going to have to work harder because of all the stuff that have money, but not the money that WWE has right now. And even and it's still right now, even though it's still new, there's a lot of guys still who see AEW as an alternative, not wanting to deal with the crap of WWE. So, there's guys lining up that wants to get a stop or get a shot at AEW now. And I think the line for AEW is longer than WWE.
It's getting there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Why does anyone want to jump to WWE now? The only reason I would want to jump to WWE right now, and let's say hypothetically that I made it there, okay? And that's just to get that mainstay thing to maybe walk down the WrestleMania ramp once. That's it.
Yeah. But even that, WrestleMania feels more of like a Hollywood show now. It's not like a big wrestling extravaganza. Not like, like an All In or
All Out.
An All Out pay-per-view.
All In definitely was a wrestling extravaganza. That was 100% what that was. And when we went to All Out, man, they had a barbecue thing going on where wrestlers were talking about Brian Cage and Brian Pillman Jr. Those guys, Colt Cabana, they were all on top of the stage talking about wrestling and how they got there and what they did like a little similar thing. They were doing autograph signings and stuff. Like that was really cool because it was just free to the fans. Like it was just there. Does WWE still do that? No, because you have to pay to go fucking to their autograph signings.
Yeah, I know. It's absurd. Anywhere you can get a buck. But if I had to go with the big prediction of 2022, and this has been tossed around a few times before, toward the end of the year, and with actions that have happened recently, I truly solely believe
I know what you're going with now.
that WWE will be sold. They will be sold. But the big question is, who's going to buy them? So there's three names or entities that are out there. Right now is, I think, a strong one right now in the running. If it's bought, NBC Universal.
That's one of them.
Second is Disney.
2.
Which I really hope they don't do because now the shit's going to get goofier than ever if that happens. And number 3.
Dude, now I want that to happen because I want Mickey Mouse in the Royal Rumble.
Oh no! I will cancel my No, you know what? I'm going to keep Peacock because there's a lot more stuff on it. But I will
if
not.
Goofy in an Ultimate Elimination Chamber match, come on.
Oh yeah, yeah. Why would we put Huey, Dewey, and Louie in the fucking chamber? Come on.
Buzz Lightyear's doing elbow drops.
Yeah, becomes Goofy in there.
Okay.
Oh my God, no! Oh God! But the third, and he's got to get a team together because you can have the money for it, but you got to have a big plan. And we're talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson possibly buying WWE, who already has ownership of the XFL, which we have to wait another year in 2023 for games to. And apparently, he's got. At some point this winter, he's going to be making announcements on teams. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you do not bring back the freaking Battlehawks, I am freaking riding over to where he's at in his front lawn. And I don't know. But you need to bring the Battlehawks back. That was like one of the strongest rated XFL teams they had for the 5 games they had on in the season of 2020.
You guys, they sold out tickets too.
They sold out and they were going to go on there. Dude, we had attendance records in the XFL for only 5 games.
Right.
You'd be stupid to not bring them back.
I watched every Battlehawks fan. I am not okay. So in the sports world, I follow one sport. Right. I'm a one sport guy, and you being who you are a Blues fan, and I am a Blackhawks fan. 100%. So, with that being said, I have never backed a Blues team. Like, I wasn't a Rams fan either as a kid. I was a Cowboys fan if I watched football. But when the Battlehawks got announced, I'm like, that's my team. That's my team. And I watched every game that produced, and I was so devastated when XFL stopped.
Yeah.
Pandemic was the reason, but...
Yeah, it was. Yeah, in fact, just so I can show you how big of a Battlehawks fan I am, the backdrop behind me from my windows, left side of my windowsill, all the way across to probably my LTX frame, I got a big, huge banner that I'll probably hang next week just for you on that.
That's a shot, dude. That's a shot.
Yeah. For being a black, so Zmiz, and that's Watson out for being a Blackhawks and Cowgirls. Cowgirls.
I don't even like football. Like I don't even watch football now. So like I was a kid.
Yeah.
And okay, so here's the thing on the football thing. The only reason I was a Cowboys fan. Here's the only reason. One person. Emmitt Smith.
Right.
One of the greatest linebackers of all time. Right? Linebackers? Yeah.
No, running backs.
Running backs. My bad. Running backs.
Yeah.
I got confused there for a minute.
Yeah.
But come on, man. Emmitt Smith was the dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but my guy for running back of all time, even though he could have played longer, but he didn't want to go bounce from team to team. He was true to his team of the Detroit Lions, and that is Barry Sanders.
Ooh, that's another great one. No.
I
Don't
got
be sorry.
I got two of his jerseys I still hang in my closet, and I sport from time to time. Well, I'm gonna have to kind of lose a little weight if I want to sport my jerseys.
I have a Troy Aikman playing card somewhere around here that my uncle gave me. Wonder if it's worth any money.
Yeah, probably worth it. Keep the lock from latching in the bathroom so you don't lock yourself in. But but if it's in mint condition, probably yeah. Troy.
But if I had to go be a fan now, I'm 100% just going to join the Miz and be a Cleveland fan.
Oh God. Oh yeah. NFL playoffs are coming up this weekend, so.
Mainly because they're just a team that sucks. So then nobody can make fun and be like, "Oh, you're just picking them because you're a bandwagon." No, it's because.
Oh my God! Well, Cleveland is they have to change their baseball name, by the way.
Yes.
Because of people getting suddenly offended of Indians. But,
I'm so glad the Blackhawks just said no.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, what about Washington? Now it's been the last 2 seasons, Washington football team, and now they're going to come up with a name. Apparently, come for the 2022 season.
Yeah, the Blackhawks is literally, but they did change the logo, so it is just a Black Hawk. So,
yeah,
we also have the Indians still, but
oh my God! So Cleveland is now known as the Cleveland Guardians. No, it's not nice. What, Cleveland Guardians of the freaking Galaxy? I mean, what the hell? Oh, my God. Oh, the Cleveland Guardians. And oh, my God, you need to go to MLB.com and go to teams and look at how they did the C, too. It looks like something that it could be chiseled out down at bedrock by Fred Flintstone, man. It's kind of horrible. I don't like it. I don't like change. You should have never changed the teams, but whatever. If you get society to shut up, I guess we got to do it, I guess. But whatever the case may be. I don't know. Any major title predictions for either WWE or AEW? Do you see Adam Page carrying the belt through 2022, or do you see possibly somebody getting the championship? Somebody else. And it's probably a big... I mean, if you had to look at big picture, it's kind of hard to do that.
I don't know. I only see people removing the titles off of Roman and now Brock. Brock's gonna hold that title for forever.
I still say though, if we're gonna go with the WWE, if we go KO winning the Rumble, even if he doesn't win the Rumble, I see Kevin Owens somehow getting a major title pushing in.
I agree with that.
Here we go. Corey's got his. He sees Danielson winning the AEW title. If anything else, I don't see him winning the title, but maybe a TNT title, maybe. But I think that's going to be tossed around, though. Cody's not going to hang on to that title forever. He's not. I
don't know, man. I don't know.
Right. It's kind of hard. But my big prediction: WWE will be sold in 2022. Your big prediction is Charlotte Flair going to AEW.
Well, not just. I wouldn't say just her. I'm just saying. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of flips and a lot of guys jumping ship. There's a lot of guys in AEW. Their contracts are coming up. Brian Cage, all those guys. We could be seeing the jumps here coming. Where we're going to start. It's going to get really interesting. Is all I'm saying. And yeah, Charlotte Flair is still one of my point outs that I think is something big's going to happen.
I'm going to go, I'll even go as to, if I'm going to see anything in AEW, because Corey said CM Punk winning the title. I don't see that happening, to be honest, because I think it's going to be more concentrated on MJF, and then where CM Punk goes from there, I don't know. But think of the 3 guys that were just recently joined together again.
Oh, yeah.
But I see Fish and O'Reilly getting the tag titles at some point in 2022. That's going to be another prediction.
That's me a great feud for the
if Jungle Express. Right. If Jungle Express feuds with a heel team, and you saw all those teams come out at the end. you know. But
Red Dragons versus Jungle Express. I'm sold. Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you think? Do you see Samoa Joe going to AEW? Here's the other thing with these releases here. Do you see Samoa Joe or Road Dogg? Do you see them going there, or do you see them going to maybe somewhere like Impact?
I potentially see Road Dogg coming. No, Road Dogg's done. He's not going to wrestle anymore. I can see him going back to Impact.
I mean,
I can see him go back to Impact as an agent.
Joe, I think is done in the ring. But I think if he's going to contribute anywhere, I think he should contribute back to either Impact or ROH.
I think he should go back to Impact. Yeah, ROH even.
I honestly don't see Road Dogg or Joe going to AEW.
Hell, I'd like to see Samoa Joe just be a commentator, to be honest with you. That man on the stick is phenomenal.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, all the guys right now, AEW's announced team, even with Taz, I enjoy hearing. I like hearing Excalibur. I do like the even with JR in there.
I like it with Tony Schiavone, Taz, and Excalibur.
Dude, Tony Schiavone is the bomb. I don't care.
If JR just went to being like the backstage guy to kind of still help out and get, but Tony Schiavone, Taz, and Excalibur are a perfect trio.
Yeah. Do not take Tony Schiavone out of the announce booth. He needs to be colored. Do not take him out.
No, like he makes AEW.
Dude, do you know how much? When I was listening the other day when Tony Schiavone was talking, and then when he said the first time, he said, "We'll be right back here with AEW Dynamite here." And then when he said the words TBS, that just like froze me and threw me back to '85.
Yeah,
with him and David Crockett. I'm like, oh my god, how long have I heard that? And I know that he was probably on Thunder, but for me, it's like I didn't really, I didn't give a damn about Thunder for real.
I mean, neither did WCW.
Yeah, obviously. I was like, we got some extra talent, then let's just throw them on here, give them some TV time. It's Ted's money, who cares? But no, that threw me back to '85. I'm like, oh my god, it's like, dude, it's like, the TNT was one thing, Nitro was cool. I was like, yeah, it was pretty cool, but it was like, that really chilled me. It was like on TBS. I'm thinking, oh my God. He like sounds like the same too.
Oh, I've always been a huge Tony Schiavone fan. Like, I never understood why he never came to WWE and helped out there, but
I don't think he really wanted to fuck with McMahon.
I mean, at this point, I agree with you, but like he was in TNA for a while, doing stuff, and it just was so nice to hear Tony Schiavone there, and it's just so nice to have Tony. I was just talking about how TNA. I've been a big fan of TNA and Impact Wrestling for years, and I thought they were great alternative. So it's just nice to hear Tony Schiavone's voice again.
Yeah, it's good though, but I think Tony kind of stayed away from TNA. Because I think, wasn't Mark Madden around TNA at one point, along with Don West and all that? Mark Madden was just, I'm sorry, to me, he was trash as announced. I don't think Tony didn't really care for them much. And if he was around that, then I think Tony just wanted to stay out and just kind of do like appearances and do other things to help support his family. But then this is the ultimate opportunity came. So let's see how strong this goes. I mean, because... And I will also predict that WWE's rankings will continue to shrink. AEW's rankings will continue to grow. AEW will not overlap WWE, but we're going to still see more of the same. We're going to see more people drawn to AEW and then more leaving, not watching as much WWE because they're going to be more drawn to AEW because of the talent, of the way they present themselves. As far as their shows and everything else, AEW right now to me is the better product, and it's bottom line. I don't get bored with it. I don't go to sleep from it. I want to watch it. So
WWE, I'm usually on my phone playing around, watching, like tuning in, going back and forth. That's how I do it, or I'm cleaning my house. But AEW, no, I'm sitting in my chair fully.
Right there.
I mean, we played PGA golf the other day, and that's how I watched day one.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, Yeah, which by the way, I mean that's well, you talk about a stress reliever by just playing that, but until you get to the holes with the clutch shots, and you don't make them, and you keep losing matches online, so it's like screw it.
As soon as we get done here, I'm turning my PlayStation on and playing again. You're welcome to join us.
I think I'm gonna have to, man. Shoot, yeah. But dude, we've had. I was worried about content, but man, it's just incredible how we come with so much stuff that are just not.
Look at us. We're fucking. You're a wrestler. I'm a nerd sitting in a basement.
Yeah, but your family's upstairs, man. I mean, come on.
And we love. I mean, that is the point. It is my basement. It's not my mom's.
Yeah. Can I get more pizza rolls?
I gotta yell honey, and she's gonna be like, "No, go get up off your ass and do it yourself." But let's face it, we love what we do, and if it's being in the ring like you, I mean, I like being behind the booth, and I can't wait to hopefully be back there now that Zmiz has got his head more established. I hope to see myself in another company soon to come. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
If he's still on the feed, but no, it's fun, and I love this industry, and I love everything about it, and it's just a blast to talk about. So
yeah, so talk about having blast to talk about, man. Here you go.
Next week,
this is it.
I'm gonna need coffee.
I mean, you talk about having many things to talk about, man. These, I don't think, if we try to get, I mean, also we try to get 2 hours in the night to try to cram into 2 hours. Obviously, we've gone over and we've lost probably viewership because we were like, no, I'm tired of hearing these guys talk. I got to go to bed and go to work in the morning. But no, these guys have so much knowledge, so much. And then, you know what? There's going to be some subjects that we're going to talk about to make these guys compare. And it's going to be safe questions, guys. Don't worry. But trust me, when I can tell you that the Searcher, Herb Simmons, two world-class gentlemen who want to do best for the business, and they just want to see what they can do with the work that they do around the St. Louis area between Missouri and Illinois. You know, and we're gonna ask the questions here that people think we're not going to ask, but we're going to ask them. But we're not going to be. But I'm definitely not going to be a jerk about it either, because I work for both of them. So, but nothing but much class and respect. I
can't wait. I have a lot of respect for Herb, and him and I've had a phone call before, and I've talked to him at events when I was at the Halloween extravaganza thing. This will be my first encounter with Searchers, so I'm quite ecstatic. And you know what? I think we need to ask them who is like the hidden gem of wrestling right now, besides like their companies, of course, on the mainstay, and then possibly who is like, who's doing better. You know what I'm saying?
You can put that in your notes, my friend.
Oh, it's going.
We can note compare throughout the week.
I will definitely. I got some questions.
We're going to have everybody tune in. That's actually part. I definitely want to put the word out to those who are watching both companies, to kind of see how these two gel and work together. So, but that last question, Corey, I'm not going to post up there because I'm not liberated to answer that. Yep. But I will agree with Herb. Hard questions come with hard answers sometimes. I totally agree. Whether you want to answer them or not, sometimes they have to be answered. And man, I can't help but looking at my backdrop tonight, and I'm glad this shirt I got for Christmas, this Bruiser Brody shirt. Yet I can't quite wear it yet because I got a little bit too big of a belly, and I got to lose before I wear it again. But trust me, Chinese 3XL is not the same as US 3XL. So.
And then I got my beautiful Jungle Book.
Yeah. No, but I just thought because that just looks so good with Bruiser Brody just looking out from the window, just beautiful artwork, and that's on a shirt, guys. That's incredible. I can't wait to get a chance to wear that. I'll wear it. That's one of my predictions this year. I'm gonna at least lose something to the point where I'm gonna be wearing that shirt before the end of the year is over.
Nice.
I don't care if it's December 24th, but at least it'll be before the end of the year. But no, I think it's gonna be way more than that. But shoot, man, we had quite fun here. Some guys have stuck around. But shoot, man, just a lot. Who would have thinking we had a lot to cover, but we had a lot to talk about. Nothing dead tonight, that's for certain, my friend.
I mean, big shout out to Corey for actually watching the whole 2.5 hours.
Right, exactly, man. That's I wish I had a top fan badge here I can give out. Well, that's up to Facebook for doing that. Maybe I don't broadcast enough to get top fan badges, but you can only so much for a week. I mean, you don't want to see us every night. Besides, we there you go. I agree. Corey is the man. So, and we appreciate you too, Corey. We appreciate you.
Now, Corey, make sure all your friends and family like us.
Yeah, go tell everybody at work and everybody that's your social media, like, hey, these guys are the bomb. You need to listen to them. You like wrestling or not, you gotta listen to them. So. Hey, my aunt is actually she called me on here a couple times, and all she could do is she says it's funny and she don't understand it, but it's like, hey, at least but it's I just, hey, we do what we do, and sometimes it's not list, sometimes it's work, sometimes we get overwhelmed, but hey, I almost didn't broadcast it. I almost did. I was like, hey, wait a minute, let me just kind of
you messaged me, and I'm like, wait a minute, do you not want to talk about anything? Like, I'm cool. It's just running our mouths. Like,
yeah, I was like, what do I get together? Because I'm thinking, because honestly, guys, just on a side note, there's so many things I'm trying to get down here this year, and there's also things on the side that have occupied my mind as well. And I just, it's something that you'll know about me. If I look scruffy, and if I feel scruffy, and if I feel dirty, I feel miserable. And that's why I was like, I didn't feel good at all last night. And I actually got down to bed early to the point where I got up. I've been up since like 5:50 this morning. And I went, I shaved, I showered, and, got myself ready. Dude, I was like I looked like a hobo that stole the wall razor just to try to get in somewhere so I don't look so bad. So, but yeah. ECW in DeSoto, remember, January 15th, too. Later that month. Exactly. And also...
I can't turn my TV on yet.
Yeah. So, you know what? I got to turn on something here, too. No, you didn't hear nothing. All right, guys. Well, hey. Corey, I can't wait to see you down at DeSoto and on the 15th. It's awesome. We're going to make it. Hopefully you're giving some friends down there. And there's always, hey, you know what? I'm actually bringing some, I think just one new thing of merch. And it's something that my wife created. And it's something that's all natural. And
it's actually cool.
Yeah. Well, it's cool feeling. It's a sensation thing. It's actually an all natural pain relief that we had actually made from natural ingredients. So of all things, you tell me, because we're trying to think of one thing that nobody has probably have never sold at their merch table. She's like, hey, why don't we make I found this recipe for like an all natural pain relief and it actually works pretty well just for minor aches. I'm like, go ahead and make it.
My wife and I are holistic fans, so you're talking to the perfect guy for that stuff.
So she's got the ingredients somewhere. She hasn't printed them out for me, but trust me, the ingredients will be on back of the bottle. So if you cannot handle one of the ingredients, then don't buy that, but you can buy a t-shirt. I'm just saying, I got new t-shirts too. I still got old t-shirts. So, yeah, man. I think we're done for now. Shoot, we're gonna flap our gums on another channel here. But
if you do, Corey, if you want to join us, you can look up Zach. No, it's just Zmiz Burton, I think, or Zmiz. I don't remember. Ooh, look at my Facebook potentially. It'll be on there. My YouTube channel. We'll be playing some golf here in a little bit.
Yeah, there you you go. I'm going to make a comment here. He's but you'll I'm just gonna make a room.
Hold on, right back.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go and take care of something here real quick. I used to have a Twitter account like this here too. So in case if anybody is wanting to know, if you're on here watching, there, Ruby's PS Gamer Tag Lifetime STL.
Nice.
There you go. And I just had to post that on there. I forgot what yours was. All I know is that you're on my friends list. So
It is. Hold on. This is for PlayStation.
Yeah.
Shit, I can't even remember. It's Jim City or Jim _ City _ Zmiz 399.
Yeah. So PS Gamer Tag. There we go. I use well PS4, yeah. So
I mean PS5 too, but I don't have one of those yet.
Yeah, Jim _ City _ Zmiz 399.
Shaq gave out too many of them.
Oh, there you go. There you go. We'll display that. Did I get that right?
You did.
All right. There you go. Leave us a giver tag. There we go. All right, guys. So we're done goofing here. We thank you, everybody who joined and listened in here tonight. Man, we just had a lot to talk about. I mean, a lot to the start of the year of 2022. You're here next week. Make sure you're here next week for The Searcher and Herb Simmons.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. So we thank you very much for guys joining us. And we will see you same time, same channels next week. You have a great weekend, guys.
Peace.
Thanks again for tuning in to tonight's episode of the Falls Count Everywhere podcast. Don't forget our friends at the following: Outside the Ring STL, The Searcher and Hide podcast, and We Talk Wrestling. The Falls Count Everywhere podcast is an LTX Enterprises production.